Yo, yo, yo. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I don't even know where to start. What's going on, everyone? So yeah, basically, for those of you guys who were watching the debate, as I call it, the debate. So I was watching Hassan's stream about it, and now I guess he's watching the commentary and he's talking about it with Enigmentum. But oh my god, that was bad. That was just like, I think. So the more that I think about it, the more yeah, they're like talking about stuff here. Let me just see what they're talking about here.
Not pro-Israel enough. It has to be that he's not strong enough in immigration. They're throwing everything overboard so they can just avoid reality, and like something has got to give.
I know. It is really, really, really fucking frustrating. People are saying that MSNBC is in full panic mode right now. Like CNN, the Chiron is saying, sources, them saying we have a problem after Biden's performance tonight. And like, he's losing the New York Times columnist, like I showed, like.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll get to that, but basically, I think this is gonna be bad. I think tonight was like the... Ooh, what's this? Democrats freak out over Biden's debate performance. Biden is toast. Well, I mean, that could be any Democrats. That could be anyone. Yeah, I think... I don't know. It's one of those things that we all kind of knew deep down, but then seeing it tonight was like, because, you know, you never really see Biden and Trump face to face. And then you see it and it's just awful. And you're like, oh, okay, that's real now. You know what I mean? So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about all the memes and stuff. I would say, and I'll show this as well, but I would say like the first few minutes when it was obvious like Biden just came out with a cold and his voice is awful and he's like stumbling and it's like, oh, okay, it's over. And then it's like, well, he had some good moments here and there, but then even sometimes he had good moments and then he would like immediately like ruin it. So yeah, you know, not exactly a good showing. It wasn't, I wouldn't say it was a disaster. Well, no, it was a disaster, but it started off as more of a disaster and then averaged out to be slightly less of a disaster by the end of it, I guess is how I would phrase it. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what else to say about it. We're gonna look at some of the content about it. Yeah, I mean, let's just look at it now. Here. Let me just open all these tweets so that we don't get a random thing here. I feel like with Twitter, you can't free scroll it anymore, you know? Too much weird stuff on there. Okay. I think it started from here. Dude's been doing the fucking Jover face the entire time. Yeah, this was like... He's listening, he's old, stop being so superficial. Is this... Oh my god, it's real. It's a real account. It's unironically... He's listening, he's old, stop being so superficial. No. No. I have to respond to this. I also have to stop clicking the probable spam thing. He's listening, he's old, stop being so superficial. Pro tip. If you're old and people don't like how old you are, do everything you can to avoid looking as old as you are. One. Okay, no, I'm just gonna say that. He's listening, he's old, stop being so superficial. Oh, jeez. I don't even... Oh, so I want to look at this. Let me just see what Hassan is talking about. He's going off on some shit. Let's see.
Not the case is, ringing every fucking alarm bell that Brandon looks like he's dying. Okay, you can't have Karine Jean-Pierre go up there in a press conference and keep saying it's AI that makes him look old. Okay, you can't do that.
Cope. It's insane cope. And I want to just so people don't forget, in the Senate races, this year, Democrats are leading in every single competitive state. They're leading in Ohio and
I think the really weird thing about replacing Biden at this point, which obviously I think the Democrats have to do. Democrats have to replace him. I mean, tonight is the sign that that's not going to work out. But what's going to be crazy about that, aside from just how much of a shit show and throwing into chaos that's going to be, is that it's a very weird thing to do to an incumbent president, where it's what does that do to him while he's being replaced? Is he just still president but he's neutered? How does that work? Will the new Democratic nominee have to still support him anyways and just basically be a younger version of him? I think that's where it gets weird if you talk about oh, we have to replace him, we have to replace Biden, which I'm even Kamala at this point is better than Biden. But what's going to be weird is even if it is Kamala, it's how do you do the I'm not Biden, but I can't undermine the president while he's still president thing. I do think if also young for Dean the Dream Phillips. Yeah. I do think if it comes down to basically the main reason that people don't want to vote for Biden is because he's old and he can't mobilize enough voters to overcome Trump's base, then I do think that honestly just Kamala, it's just or someone, you know what I mean, just swap him in, just basically run on exactly what Biden is doing, have Biden's blessing as his successor, and then it's just boom. At that point, it's not even, you don't have to worry about Biden being old, because even if it's his spiritual successor, it gives voters everything they want, which is Biden is a good president, but you just don't want him. But then the other thing that's going to be weird is Biden runs the DNC. Biden is the guy. So it's how do you even navigate that at that point? I don't know. What's going on here? Just now, John King CNN says senior Democrat officials are now considering going to the White House to call on Biden to step down following tonight's debate night. We have a problem, they're saying. Yeah, it's weird. And yeah, they're just now saying this. It's pretty wild. Clatcher Dog, what's going on? Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Yeah, we were just talking about what they're talking about over here. So I wanted to show this, the speaking time, because I actually realized this about halfway through. I was I feel like Trump has talked a lot more than Biden, and sure enough, by 5 minutes, which is ironic considering the fact that they had such stringent rules for the talking time, and then they were literally getting people to they were literally getting Biden and Trump to keep talking. They were they would stop talking and then they would be sir, you have 60 more seconds or something. It's and then I feel there were times where Trump just rambled on and on. I was hello, are you gonna stop his mic or anything like that? So that was pretty nuts. But yeah, that was the talking time, and then the fucking Jover face. But Felix's tweets were so good. I was the White House staffer who decided that Biden should swallow an entire pineapple whole and then hold his breath and do a few spins before this debate. That was such a stupid idea. Why'd you do that? You have a problem. I didn't get a lot of sleep the night before. Biden can release his delegates to the DNC and we go back to the pre-1972 nomination system. Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is that would require him to do that. And I think he is the ruler of the Democratic Party. So even if he's, so unhinged that he doesn't know what's going on and he's so old, what are you going to do? Do a coup? Do an internal party coup? Maximum anarchy. Yeah. Anyway, so these were funny. I want to go to his thing, but I don't want to like. He sometimes reposts some weird stuff. I have to just check this before. When Biden slowly and ominously repeated, "We need those machines," several times, I blacked out for 20 minutes and had to play a DCS mission to recollect myself. When I came to, they were challenging each other to drive a car in a straight line. Someone please invade us. I do not give a shit if you're a charismatic military officer, if you're Indonesia, if you want to institute a program where we're all just independent city-states, just something. End this country. 25th Amendment, not a joke, Jack. Yeah. Phew, I thought he was totally done, but it turns out just getting a cold just nearly killed him. False alarm, everyone. As long as he avoids allergies, stale air, harsh lighting, and negative thoughts, he'll only be somewhat incoherent and brain dead. Yeah, hold on, I have to let the cat out. I could do cat cam, by the way. Oh, also ad starting soon if you're not subscribed. Subscribe to no longer see the ads. Sorry, I just noticed. Anyways, I do kind of want to hear what they're saying over here. Let's refresh.
If this ticket stays the way it is.
Yeah, and a Scott's Democratic friend who maxed out, right? That's the Senate that you're going to hear, I think, from some of my Democratic friends who are texting me saying, "I can't believe this is where we are," right?
Yeah.
I can't. I don't forgive. I can't. I'm not going to be able to forgive the party for putting in this position.
Look,
on the lies about on Donald Trump's
Dude,
lies.
I've never been more vindicated. It's the easiest lock, but like, Jesus Christ.
I love how it says coming up CNN debate night in America, VP Kamala Harris. Wait, oh no, they're gonna have her on.
From home,
wait, they're gonna have Kamala on to talk about the debate. Oh no, oh no.
On the other side of
the that's gonna be awkward. Oh, that's gonna be weird.
Very quickly.
Oh, that's gonna be weird.
And to shut them down, and I don't think that happened enough times.
That's gonna be so weird. Anyways, his age really showed tonight. I could barely listen. I didn't watch. Yeah, it was really tough at some points. Like even halfway through, I was like, about halfway through, I was genuinely uncomfortable. Like I was like agitated, like had anxiety and stuff like that. Let me close this. What's this one? This is funny. 10 milligrams feels pretty good, so 30 milligrams would probably feel even more awesome. And then you just end up, what are we doing, man?
People literally have never seen this level of parasocial.
The debate queen, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I just need to get level. And go from there. I don't even know what these references are because I don't I don't know what's going on. Oh, what's this? Instant classic. What is this? Wait, let me turn this off. I can't even hear. Why is it? Twitter's video volume just gets so low sometimes. Okay.
President Trump? I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Wait.
I've never heard so much malarkey in my whole life.
Okay, these are just...
What are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat. What?
That's not a zinger. This person's saying Biden's first real zinger of the night. I don't think that's a zinger. I mean, yeah, it's like an old person zinger, but I don't think that like hits hard with people at home. I don't know. Yeah, this was rough. Morals of an alley cat. Chris Yolo, what's going on? Yeah, this is like this is not. This was not good. I think the problem is like,
I don't think he knows what he said.
I said this in Hassan's chat, but basically the difference is that Trump doesn't know what he's talking about and says nonsense, but like coherently. And Biden doesn't know what he's talking about and says nonsense because he's old and it just comes out wrong. Like Biden knows more than Trump. I'm just going to say that. Like Biden knows more than Trump. He can pull things out. He knows the stuff and he is better on policy, just like objectively. Not obviously he's almost the same on like immigration and Gaza and stuff like that and a lot of economic policies. But like, I guess my point is that Trump, even though he says equally dumb things, he says them without fumbling over his words. And he has like a stronger voice, especially in tonight's debate, which was ridiculous. I don't know. I want to listen back to the debate because literally Biden's voice sounded like a goddamn robot. and it was in like a reverb chamber or something. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was CNN's audio mixing or if it was just that he had a cold, but it literally sounded like they put him in like a fucking reverb box. It was so weird. I was sitting there, I was like, what is going on? Like, it sounded way worse than just, bad miking. But anyway, so I mean, yeah, look, like when
President Trump.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
like that, okay. It obviously people are going to eat that up, but it's just like, dude, you don't know what you're saying either. Like, if you listen to the whole debate, it's not like he knows what he's talking about. He just like says shit. He just says like, people are pouring into this country and ruining it, and like it's a real problem. And it's like, but what are you talking about? It's the AI. Yeah, I don't. God. Also, apparently like 2 minutes in, there was that tweet that said like, what was that tweet that said like, oh, he has a cold. And it's like, really? Like, you're gonna start? Where is it? Oops. Where's the tweet that? Oh yeah, here. 20 minutes in, new 2 sources familiar with the situation say President Biden has a cold. Like, what? You can't just like you can't just say 20 minutes in. Like, I feel like it almost would have been better if Biden just started the debate saying like, I just want to let you know that I have a cold. Or like, I don't know, just wanted to let you know that I have a sore throat, but I didn't want to reschedule the debate. And like, you know what I mean? Like, something to show that you're with it. Because I feel like this is not how you do that. You don't like send him out on stage in supposedly good health, and then he starts sounding like a croaking like person on his deathbed, and then you just start going, oh, he has a cold. He has a cold, by the way. That's not how you do that. Anyway, so this sucked, yeah. Let's go here. Oh, this is just a photo I saved from Noah Coleman. Oh my god. His stares and his like gazes, he does that old person thing that like, it's like lack of self-awareness. I don't know what it is, where you just like, it's like you just default to being like slack-jawed, like open mouth. You can't do that. Like, if you're trying to beat the old allegations, you can't just like look insanely old. I just tweeted that. Someone was like, he's old. This is his listening face. And it's like, what? If you're old and everyone thinks you're old and that's why they're not voting for you, the way to get people to vote for you is to not look old. You have to look as youthful as possible. You have to look young. You can't just look old and lean into it and be like, what? I'm old. I'm an old hag. Anyways, Biden seems shook. He's just not expressing himself clearly.
What I've done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country.
Okay, like, you have to keep, like,
at the end of that sentence.
If he says shit like that, you just have to, like, do a reaction. Do something to show that, like, you heard him. Something to show that you heard him and you understand what the hell he's saying at you and that he's insulting you. Like, he was just insulting Biden. Trump was just insulting Biden left and right. And then Biden would just sit there and go, like, you can't do that. You have to like react. You have to show that you're present. It's just like, how do you not?
I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Anyways, so Biden seems shook. Oh, weird. He's never done this before for the last 4 years. It's crazy how this just started happening tonight. He was probably fine the day before, for all we know. Gotta feel bad for the Democratic Party. It just sucks when something sneaks up on you like this. Oh, God. Give him one of the Panera lemonades, maybe. That would be funny. I mean, yeah, there was that thing. What's that thing that they tweeted out? was like some stupid like. Where is it? Yeah, this. Photo credit Dr. Biden. Okay, well, anyways, I don't know what they've got in these performance enhancers, but I'm feeling pretty jacked up. And it's like, you can't do this if you don't know, like, if you know he has a cold, just don't post it. Wait, what? Okay, the replies are just conservatives. God, it's so stupid. Anyways, yeah, like you can't do this before the debate because then everyone's going to dunk on it after the debate. So, oh my God, I don't even know what's going to go on there. Okay. Let's just see. Yeah. Give him one up with Panera lemonades, maybe. Donald Trump and Joe Biden at the presidential debate. Oh yeah. So, I mean, this is just everything you need to know about the debate, basically. Chest piece face, what's going on? Welcome. I mean, obviously this is like an intentionally funny photo of both of them, but yeah, I mean, I still stand by it that like Trump is old. He just isn't senile. And I think Biden is like senile, but smart. Trump is dumb, but not senile. Biden is senile, but not dumb. And so that's our choice. That's our choice, basically. Unless they swap people out. What's going on here? What's the latest?
Less expensive for one person to not
Because they're
work instead of
spending
having
all their
to
money at the House and Hour broadcast at the top of the hour. and there's a
Okay,
3.5 break.
dude.
that they
Oh
were-
my God. Okay. Don't subscribe to him. Subscribe to me if you have $5 or for free with Twitch Prime, or get gifted a sub if you're lucky. There's no ad, but I just wanted to use this segue for myself. And Biden, look, the fact is look, here's the deal, and this is no fooling Trump. There are 10 billion Guatemalans attacking the Lincoln Memorial right now. Yeah, I mean, this is the crazy thing. Like, I was so frustrated with, look, I understand the moderators trying to do their like objective thing and like not be part of the debate, but like Biden, when Trump says shit like this, I know this is like a joke, this is like paraphrasing. When Trump says like stuff like this, you have to literally immediately be like, do what Trump did. Do like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's not even like, I don't know. There's just a better way to come off as like, what the hell are you talking about? And like make him look and feel awkward and weird for just like spouting nonsense. Instead, when Biden just says like, oh, that's not true. Well, that looks weak. That makes you look weak. I don't know. That's my take. Trump, Wisconsin is gone. Every single Mexican came and poked holes into the earth of Wisconsin and sunk it beneath Lake Michigan. Biden, the only thing in Wisconsin, West Condor. Yeah, it's just like, anyways, the choice is, would you like war and no healthcare, or would you like instead war and no healthcare? Yeah, basically. I mean, I wouldn't even like Trump, I stand by this, but like Trump is worse on policy than Biden. I in general, just overall as like a whole thing, like if you look at like, think about it as like percentage of overlap with your own personal policies. As a leftist, as a progressive, the percentage overlap of policies that I care about in terms of like which candidate has like a higher percentage. I mean, with Trump, it's like, you know, it's like 0%. He's like the opposite of everything I want, basically. With Biden, it's like 50%. And even if you weight it as far as like the importance, right? Because like, you know, I agree with Biden on like some small thing, but that's not like a pet issue. Whereas like something like Gaza or something like universal healthcare are really big issues that he doesn't side on. So yeah, I just feel like in that regard, it's like, yeah, I guess Biden is better. But like, then you look at the whole package, and he's just the winner of no. Yeah, you look at
the
the
winner of tonight's debate from the Democrats. Come on, bro. Moments before this post was made. Yeah, dude, they should all be collectively deciding who's going to be the next president.
Wait, what does it say? You can't change a candidate, but you can. I mean, there were people talking about how that process works, and that conversation is live and active at the highest levels of the Democratic Party. Yeah. I am worried that all of this talk about like, oh, we're going to swap them out, we're so worried, is just going to not happen. It's just going to be like, oh, well, that didn't happen. Yeah, I don't know. Well, there was that. Every time Biden coughs, it feels like it could be the cough. It's weird. He normally coughs a lot and like coughs into his hand and just clears his throat a lot. The fact that he was sick but did this less than he usually does was weird to me. I was like, what did they do to you? But yeah, so there's that. Oh yeah, 2 sources familiar with the situation say President Biden has a cold. It's like he's literally rotting in front of our eyes. Oh God. I think there were oh yeah, wait, let me just show these two. Drove my Chevy to the levee. It's dry. It's just the face. Trying to give Joe an Adderall through the TV. God, it's just like crypto spam shit in the replies. I hate this website. And then the last one was, yeah, so they basically ended the debate talking about their golf game. And what's so weird about this is like, it was the most agitated they were the entire debate. The most contentious they were about it during the debate was about fucking golf. And I was like, where was this smoke for like talking about like immigration and shit? You know what I mean? It's just like wild that they were getting so heated about the golf thing. And it was like, I don't know. It just felt weird. I didn't like it. Yeah, I don't know what else much to say about that aside from just like going over it, you know, minute by minute. Wait, what is this?
Get done. But in these times of bipartisan...
Wait, what is this?
Funding the government.
Wait, what is this? You guys, I missed the debate. What's the best way to go back and watch it? You can watch on Hassan's thing, I think. On the VOD, or you can do is it even on? Okay, CNN debate. Let me just see. Oh, the whole thing is right here. Yeah, I'll link this in chat if you want to watch it. I mean, you can watch Hassan's recap, or you can just watch this. It's a tough watch, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I think you would have to skip to like 33 something. Yeah, somewhere around here. Wait, this is actually wild. This is a video from 2021, December 2021. He doesn't have a cold. This is what he sounds like when he has a cold. If he had a cold, he would sound better. What is this?
Funding the government isn't a great achievement. It's a bare minimum what we need to get done. But in these times, of bipartisan cooperation is worth recognition. So I want to thank Senators Schumer and McConnell and Speaker Pelosi for getting this done.
That's crazy. If he talked like this tonight, I think he actually could have gone over pretty well. But instead, his voice was.
What do you say to voters who feel they are?
It was in free fall. The pandemic was so badly handled. Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach into your arm. You'll be all right. The economy collapsed. There were no jobs. Unemployment rate rose to 15%. It was
okay. Here, okay. I'm gonna say it. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna say it. Within the first few moments, we thought it was like really, really bad, and that it was just like, oh, it's over, it's done. Like Trump is gonna win. I think when you average it out over the whole thing, I think he's like, it was a bad debate for him, but it wasn't disqualifying. In terms of, it's not that it wasn't disqualifying. I definitely want a different candidate than him, obviously, and I think Democrats have to do that. But it wasn't like, oh my God, like end the election right now. This is like catastrophic. I think he held his own. He held frame a little bit. He had moments. It is what it is. You know what I mean? He put Trump on the offensive or on the defensive a few times. Like they got enough sound bites, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I got my handicap when I was vice president. I got my handicap down to 6. Yeah. I don't even know anything about the golf shit, but it just, also Trump's reaction to it was really weird. I don't know. Oh, wait, what? They included the coverage in this? Oh, that's so weird. Anyways, yeah, like this would have been, so compare Biden's voice here.
Separated. That's not the right way to go.
Here, towards the end, it was really crazy.
Something snapped in you when you lost the last time.
We'll be right back.
If it's a fair and
will you accept
what he said?
Where's the?
He knew that. That's a out of people all because
yes or
and nothing.
Oh my God! They let Trump talk so much.
This election is over. Let's see. You're a whiner. When you lost the first time, you.
So okay, that's his voice. If he talked like this instead.
Funding the government isn't a great achievement. It's a bare minimum what we need to get done. But
that would have been a massive vibe shift. I'm not gonna lie. That would have been, if he talked like this, like, whoo. I think we would be interpreting this very different. Oh, I want to hear Newsom talk about this.
I think
let's hear what he has to say.
Significantly insignificant because it's de minimis because the American people have made up their mind. They don't support the policies of Donald Trump.
Voice, yeah, exactly.
Damn, bro, he's listening to your Substack.
The American people always wanted this to be states' rights, which was laughable and absurd.
They already made up their
so
minds.
From that perspective, I don't think that will matter. You saw it in all the elections since Dobbs, where Democrats are overperforming. Facts. We keep winning, and we have to keep our mind. So I think for all of us, worry less and do more. We have the opportunity to turn the page. We have the opportunity to put our heads down. We have the opportunity to universally have the back of this president who's had our back.
Oh,
you don't turn your
no.
back. You go home with the one that brought you to the dance. 100% all in. And I was very, very proud that he was able to articulate
go home with the one who brought you to the dance
and lay a foundation of understanding of the lies and the deceit that continue to come out of Donald Trump's mouth.
You were out there getting a chorus of questions about whether Biden should step down. There is panic that has set in. There is panic that has set in among people who have watched this debate, who are Democrats, people who are strategists, and some even inside Democratic campaigns. Yeah. Do you think it's unfounded?
Well, I think it's unhelpful, and I think it's unnecessary.
He can even get himself to say unfounded.
We've got to keep our heads high, and as I say, we've got to have the back of this president. You don't turn your back because of one performance.
Okay. Oh, geez, that's a bad take. That's a bad take. Rizless walk up to podium. How pathetic. Yeah. We can be superficial about stuff and whatever, but at the end of the day, what actually matters is like, how did they do? And I think it's weird because this wasn't like the usual commission on presidential debate. I always hate saying that. Commission on presidential debates. So because it was like CNN and they write the rules and it's just like their own private thing, they didn't have an audience. They did the whole CNN production. It's like very weird. This felt very like CNN and all these networks and Fox and whoever are the ones who should be doing the primary debates, because those are like, it's put on by the parties. There's no official thing. There's no official way to do it. So just do the primaries. And then the presidential debates are the really serious ones. The ones that in those like very like presidential rooms, and you have like the really like straight shot moderators and all that stuff. And like, this just feels weird. I don't know how I feel about this still. Cause yeah, here, like presidential debate. Oh wait, not time. Like this is supposed to be what a presidential debate is. You know what I mean? Like this and this. These are like the presidential debates. And then just to see one that's literally just like CNN, like a CNN stage is really weird. Seriously, Mega, how did they do? Biden looked horrible. What more is there to sweatlord out of it? No, I agree. I'm just saying like I think Trump didn't look good either. You know what I mean? So I think Biden lost voters, definitely, but I don't think Trump gained voters. And that's what I would be most worried about. If I'm a Democrat, I'm not necessarily worried about Trump picking up voters, because if you play your cards right, then and you keep, as many of your voters from 2020, even if Trump gets voters, you still come out on top, basically, 9 times out of 10. The problem that I would be worried about is how do we keep those voters to come out again? And I think based on this performance that they're going to fail at that, because people are looking at this and saying, oh, I was going to vote for Biden, but this is really bad. Or like, I was on the fence about voting for Biden, but this is really bad. I don't think they're going to go to Trump, but it's just a question of like, turnout. You need to energize the young vote. You need to energize voter turnout, reduce voter apathy, things like that. I don't know. It's just like, I also find it weird that like, when he talks about certain policies, when Biden talks about certain policies, for example, things that I actually liked that he talked about, he brought up the housing first-time homebuyer down payment assistance, 10 grand. That proposal that he put out, actually good. Insulin to $35 a month instead of $400. That's actually good. The CHIPS Act, okay, this stuff is actually good. I mean, the CHIPS Act, like, if you take like kind of a globalist economical perspective, then it's not necessarily good. It's just protectionist, but I think it's good like electorally, and it's good for domestic jobs and all that. His NLRB is solid too. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like he talked about that stuff with the Social Security. He said, I'll raise taxes on people earning over $400,000. People, we have 1,000 billionaires in the country and their average tax rate is like 8.2%. I want to raise that to 24 or 25. That would bring in $500 billion a year. All of this stuff he was saying, it's like if you actually read between the lines and ignore the fact that he sounds old, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Like that's what aggravates me so much when I watch this shit. Cause he's so old. Just get someone who like has the same policies and just is young and knows what they're talking about. As a Swiss person, presidential systems are goofy. Well, oh, you mean just like do like a parliamentary thing or whatever? What do they have in Switzerland? I mean, just prime minister, right? Isn't that I don't really understand the difference between prime minister, like parliamentary things, and what we have here. I feel like it's just a different name. Like the prime minister is the effective leader of other countries, right? So like, why does it matter? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, like he brought up a lot of things when he was asked about Social Security. I thought actually, yeah, I want to pull that up. Let me see if they have that. Show transcript. Oh, boom. Okay. Social Security, blah, 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 blah. He said something at some point about Social Security. I'm just scrolling through the transcript here. Where is it? Oh, here. Yeah. Here. This is pretty good. This is a good answer.
To take to keep Social Security solvent.
Yes.
Will you? Oh, here.
Will see their benefits cut in just over 10 years. Will you name tonight one specific step that you're willing to take to keep Social Security solvent?
Yes, make the very wealthy begin to pay their fair share. Right now, everybody making under $170,000 pays 6% of their income, of their paycheck, every single time they get a paycheck from the time the first one they get when they're 18 years old. The idea that they're going to, I'm proposing that everybody, the millionaires pay 1%.
Okay, so he fumbled it. So this is the problem I have, is like, it and it's just you're fumbling it. The problem is Trump doesn't even know it. Like Trump doesn't know this type of stuff. And this is the type of stuff that like normally you talk about in presidential debates. I feel like people like clown on Biden for oh, he doesn't have the juice or whatever. But if you watch like an Obama versus Romney debate, it's like it's relatively sleeper compared to like Trump when Trump just like says shit. So anyways, I don't know. That's my like that's my, I guess, unpopular opinion as a leftist, is like Biden actually knows what he's talking about. And regardless of whether you like what he believes or not, I mean, this policy that he's talking about right here is like good. I think this is literally like a Bernie policy. It's just increase the top marginal tax rates, so that we can make Social Security solvent for the masses. Like what? But it's going to get lost in the weeds of this whole debate. This good moment is getting lost in the weeds of the debate because he's so fucking old and he had a cold and all this bullshit. It's like, it makes me so mad. Another thing that would make me mad if I didn't have a subscription at the top of the hour, which is not the top of the hour, but we are approaching an ad break. It would make me mad if I didn't have a subscription. So you can avoid that by subscribing for $5 or for free with Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. Get 1 free Prime subscription a month, or you can get gifted if you're lucky. And here's the ads right now. Anyways, yeah. So that's my big thing with this is like, he has policies that are good and he just ruins the rest of it by like saying random shit. He's talking about like immigrants coming over the border and like he just fumbled it. He fumbled it so bad. And he keeps having these senior moments. You can't just point to it and say like, oh, a senior moment. No, it's like at a certain point, he's just a senior. That's just who he is. What was another thing he said? Here. This was pretty good. Also, let me see. So, well, Israel has a prime minister and a president, Bibi and Herzog. Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the president in that case is obviously largely ceremonial. And I think that's usually the case with most of these countries. The prime ministers are the ones that do all the diplomatic stuff, and the president is like the kind of like state head, but he's not really the one that he or she are not really the ones that like actually run things. We have a parliament with 300 people in it, and with equal voices and people from all backgrounds, and everything is voted. I mean, okay, but that's what we have too. We have the House and the Senate. We have Congress. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really fully understand the difference there. But anyways, let's see. So what does Biden say to black voters who are disappointed he hasn't made more progress for the community in the first term?
For being disappointed. Inflation is still hurting them badly. For example, I provided for the idea that any black family first-time home buyer should get a $10,000 tax credit to be able to buy their first home so they can get started. I made sure that we're in a situation where all those black families and those black individuals who provided had to take out student loans that were ballooning, that if they were engaged...
Oh, ballooning. When he first said that, I thought he said baloney. I was like, what?
Doctor, and anything having to do with volunteerism. If they paid their bills for 10 years on their student debt, all the rest was forgiven after 10 years. Millions have benefited from that. And we're going to do a whole lot more for black families.
Thank you, President.
Like, there's just a better way to deliver that. Oh God. And you can't, this is the kind of thing that you just can't overcome this. And that's why I obviously personally would love to see him be replaced. But you can't break through with this and be like, but look at the policy. And also, I want to add something. Vermin Supreme for president. I want to add something here, okay? These are policies that he ran on in 2020. And to a certain extent, I understand, you didn't finish the job, so you want people to vote for you again so that you can finish the job. I mean, that's what Trump ran on in 2020, right? Like, he ran on a bunch of stuff that he didn't finish. But I just feel like it's weird because, like, he did accomplish things, especially in the first half of his presidency so far. Biden has actually accomplished, like, a fair bit. I feel like people don't give him credit. And also, obviously, now we're, like, behind 2 wars and all this stuff going on, and it's he's getting older and losing his touch and all that, but the first 2 years of his presidency were actually like good. I feel like people forget how good they were. I wasn't the only one saying this. I'm pretty sure like Hassan in the first 2 years of his presidency was like sufficiently happy with him that he probably, if the election was 2 years in instead of 4 years later, I think he probably would have voted for Biden again. I would have too. Like it was actually going really well, and then he kind of bungled it. But yeah. So what frustrates me is like he's running on, and this is one of the big complaints about basically how his campaign page doesn't have policies. it's all like, we have to be anti-Trump. We can't let him win again. We can't let him win again. We can't let him win again. And it's like, that's not a campaign. Like, that's not a platform. You do accomplishments. Oh, okay, wait, this is actually good. Issues. Okay. This is good. They must have added this, because for a while it was literally not even this. It was just like, it was literally just the homepage. And this was the homepage, and that's all you got. So they finally added accomplishments and issues, which is what they needed to do. I agree with that. I'm not even voting down ballot. I'm just out of this election. Well, wait. Whoa. Let's not. I don't know what state you're in, but at least here in California, I can say that if you sit out an entire election, you're literally like, I would say in California, sitting out an election is tantamount to wanting things to stay exactly the same. You do know what state I'm in? I actually don't remember. What state are you in? But anyways, what I was saying is California is one state of, I think, many that offer like down ballot things that actually make a difference. I'm in San Diego, and there's good reasons not to vote down ballot here. Oh, okay. Well, local, I mean, look, when I vote in like a primary here, in California, I don't know like judges and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of down ballot stuff that I don't know, like, you know, what I'm voting for there. So I usually leave those out because I just am not informed enough to even make a decision one way or another. But what I will say is in California, especially, I know for a fact that there will be propositions that are like actually important. And those propositions are basically turning every voter into a lawmaker. So you implement the law, you vote on the law, and if it passes or not is up to you. And that's the shit that actually matters, in my opinion, because some of the propositions here, let me look it up. I'm pretty sure some of the California propositions are like legitimately California ballot propositions 2024. I want to see this. 13 have qualified for the ballot. Damn. Okay. That's a lot. Let's see. 9 citizen initiatives have qualified for the ballot. Oh, what happened? Okay. The initiatives relate to changes to drug and theft penalty. Oh, here. Okay. On the ballot. What happened to this? It passed? Oh, approved. Oh, barely. Okay, here's what's on the ballot in California in November. Increase minimum wage to $18 an hour. Literally just approve that. Like, obvious. Change the California Children's Services Program eligibility requirements and authorize the program to cover the cost of life-saving specialty drugs. I don't know enough about that, but I'm assuming that's maybe good. I don't know. Increase drug crime and theft penalties and allow a new class of crime to be called treatment mandated felony, which gives the offender the option to participate in drug and mental health treatment. I mean, I don't know about this stuff. Lower the vote threshold from 66.67% to 55% for local special taxes and bond measures to fund housing projects and public infrastructure. That's good. This is good. Lowering the vote threshold so that you can overcome the NIMBYs better is good. Everything that happens in city government is prescribed by the city DNC, and as far as the props go, the city is filled with older, wealthy landowners. Anything that isn't going to the city council is going to be voted center left or pro-business. Well, no, but this is statewide stuff. This is what I'm talking about. Like, okay, some of this stuff is just random, but prohibit state limitations on local rent control initiative, requires healthcare providers to spend 98% of revenues from federal discount prescription drug program on direct patient care. Yeah, I mean, wait, require initiatives that change. Oh, this is pretty funny. I think this is the same. I think this one and this other one are like the same thing. So this one is require initiatives that change vote thresholds to supermajority votes to pass by the same vote requirement as is being proposed. Oh, wait, how does that even... This is like breaking my brain, because then this one is lower the vote threshold And so this one says require initiatives that change vote thresholds. I know it's not the same, but it sounds like they're related, but I don't know how it works when they're on the same ballot. I feel like that's like a chicken and the egg thing, you know what I mean? But anyways, sorry, I'm like getting in the weeds on this, but what I'm trying to get at is that there are actually things that you can vote on down ballot that aren't the president that actually make a tangible difference in the real world, like wherever you live. And one of those obviously is, for example, increase minimum wage to $18 an hour. Like, we still don't have a federal minimum wage increase for the United States. But if you live in California, you know, we're already living in the future. And this is an opportunity to, you know, keep at that. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Anyways, so all I'm saying is, like, I think people either forget or are ignorant or just want to pretend doesn't exist. The actual things that Biden has done that are good, that we should like be celebrating. But the problem is he doesn't even talk about half of them. So it's like, I just don't know what, let me see. Oh my God, I got to the point where they muted Trump and that has given me life. Yeah, I find it interesting that it'll be really funny to see conservatives complain about Trump being muted when it's like he literally talked for 5 more minutes than Biden. And also, I'm pretty sure there were moments where he literally just yapped for more than 2 minutes and they didn't cut him off. Minimum wage going up in California has happened every year, and the measure won't fail. Not year cycle. Oh, every cycle and the measure won't fail. No, I know, but it doesn't fail because people vote for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it happens because it's a voter proposition that voters approve that basically turns every voter into a lawmaker. So all of this shit that we give our lawmakers, like my congressional representative is Nancy Pelosi. You think I am counting on Nancy Pelosi to vote for anything that I want and like actually like champion, you know, the Green New Deal? No, that's not going to happen. But like all of a sudden in California, there's a vote on $18 an hour minimum wage. It's not Nancy Pelosi. It's not my state representative. It's me. I'm the one who is voting on that directly. It's not like proxy voting, like, oh, vote for the candidate that's going to do it. It's like, no, I get to say yes or no on that. And then ultimately the state gets to. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, that alone is reason to vote down ballot. I'm not watching stream because no reason to be involved in that debate today, but this message is crazy. Among tons of other things, minimum wage and gay marriage are on the ballot. Yeah, I mean, I skipped the gay marriage one, but yes, like, that's, Fango knows exactly what I'm talking about. Fango, you'll be happy to know that I'm being realistic about Biden in the sense that I've been saying, like, sorry, I'm also a little congested. I've been saying that he is like good on policy, but doesn't know. Yeah, it blows my mind. And I mean, look, I think it's obvious that this election, of all the elections we've had, including 2016, including 2020, this is like the worst possible one in terms of things that would motivate a Democratic voter, right? Putting it that way, because I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this in a way that isn't just like insane. We lived through 4 years of Trump and we saw how bad it was. Okay. And it's obvious that is not going to be a productive, that is not going to be a good thing if Trump gets another 4 years. We know that. But you also see what Biden has done, and not only is it not enough, but in certain very important issues like Gaza, like healthcare, there's been no movement. And it's, well, I mean, not even no movement, but just like it's not enough to say like, oh, if we give Biden another 4 years, maybe he'll get better. Like, no, that's not going to happen. He's going to sink his feet into the sand. He's not going to listen to, oh, you know, we voted for Biden as progressives, but we really shook our finger when we wagged our finger at him and said, I'm voting for you, but just letting you know that I don't like some of your policies. Like, that's realistically not how that works. So I just think that I'm not the kind of person that's going to blame people for not voting. I will make my case for voting and why I think that it's important. But realistically, it's like, even if you think about it from the perspective of people that aren't plugged in to politics, like, you have to, people voting for Obama in 2008 or coming out to vote for Biden in 2020, like, these kinds of people that come out to vote for very specific, powerful reasons that aren't politically involved, they're just voting. And those are the kinds of people that I think are well within their rights to, not vote if they don't feel like there's something that moves them to that. Because what are you going to say? Like, no, you have to be interested in politics. Like, no. I don't know. I don't know. What's Hassan up to? I'm just going to close this out by saying that I think that Biden covered some policy during this, which is good. Trump basically covered no policy, which is obvious and expected from him at this point. He doesn't know specifics. He doesn't know like details, but I think he's biding his time before before dead. Yeah. I think, I don't know. I think the snap reaction is that he did really poorly. I think the biggest problem is just that his voice sounded so fucking old. He is not beating the old allegations. Not that he was going to beat the old allegations, but he did all right. I just wish that I just want to listen to this clip again. This is like if he sounded like this would have been crazy.
Funding the government isn't a great achievement. It's a bare minimum what we need to get done. But in these times, a bipartisan cooperation is worth recognition. So I want to thank Senators Schumer and McConnell and Speaker Pelosi for getting this done.
Like, that's
Funding the government isn't a
crazy.
great achievement.
That's an insane. If Biden had this voice tonight, 90% of him being old would have. How do I phrase this? If Biden had this voice tonight, 90% of the jokes about him being old would have never been made. I guess. Is that how I would phrase that? If Biden had this voice tonight, 90% of the jokes about him being old would have never been made in the first place. Instead, we got the death rattle. Instead, we got the death rattle version. Okay, I'm tweeting that. Anyways. Let's see what's going on over here. Also, what's going on, Combustible Lemon?
Exclaiming, "What the fuck? I am in a state of shock," said another. Why are you shocked? I fucking hate these pieces of shit. How are you shocked? That's how he is.
They've been in La La Land. It's like they just hear them say, "Oh, Biden's actually really sharp behind closed doors," and they legitimately believed it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. Like, are you never around him?
I also do not believe it will ever be possible to vote our way out of capitalism. I don't plan to frustrate myself trying. Okay, but like, are we trying to dismantle capitalism in any other way? Because if not, like, what? Do we just expect it to resolve itself? I don't know. I'm not like, there are times where I'm like a doomer and all that. But then there are times where I'm just like, I snap myself out of it. I'm like, there are things that you can do to be anti-capitalist and make progress towards that. And to say that there's nothing you can do and then just to do nothing, I feel like it's like, it's a self-defeating thing. It's like libertarians who like run for office on the grounds that they want to, abolish the federal government. And it's like, why are you even running for office? Well, I guess I should say that it's like libertarians and why they can't win office is because all of the most principled libertarians would never run for office in the first place, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So it's like anti-capitalists being like, I'm not voting. And it's like, right, but if you don't vote, then like capitalism will just keep going up. And like if you vote, then maybe capitalism doesn't just keep going up. I don't know, like might as well just keep trying. The other thing is obviously, I mean, Fango will back me up on this, but like the NLRB, like literally the NLRB. And who was it who said that? Someone said, oh yeah, wait, you were the one that said his NLRB has been solid too. So it's like, we kind of can vote our way out of capitalism if you think about it. Like, we voted Biden into office. His NLRB has been the most progressive and most pro-worker and pro-union NLRB we've ever seen. And now we're reaping the benefits of that. And I would say that like the benefits of that are very clear. Like you can see the benefits. All the big auto union, the UAW union, all of these union drives that are the Volkswagen Chattanooga plant, all of these like votes that are, or no, the Volkswagen one didn't pass, right? There was one that passed. Was it an Alabama plant or something? Let me look it up. Auto union vote pass. After decisive loss at Alabama Mercedes plants. Okay, so they didn't win in Alabama. Wow, I literally can't find any other results other than that one. Oh, the Volkswagen one? Wait, Volkswagen union vote. Yeah, the Volkswagen union. Volkswagen workers become first Southern auto workers to win their union. Like, what is that, 5,000 workers or something like that? Where is it? 5,000 workers will have their vote to join the... Oh, well, anyways, and then it... Yeah, anyways, point being, like, you literally can vote your way out of capitalism in some respects. I do my part. I call my congresspeople, senators, state assembly, state senators every week and advocate on ballot measures and things I want to see happen. I do it year round. The only part I don't do in the city, at least this year, is walk into a booth and push the blue buttons. Yeah, I mean, look, again, with the state assembly stuff and all the, like, I don't know. I can't even necessarily say that I know that I'm like the most informed voter. What I do... Oh, they're fact checking now.
Roe overturned. Like, no one believes that. It doesn't matter. No. I don't think Republicans believe that.
Also, no one's going to be watching this. Why do they even bother with this? No one's going to be watching the false claims after the, like, 2 hours after the fact. Well, anyways, what I was going to say, to your point is like, you know, I don't necessarily know everything about every state assembly, every state, every judge, every justice, all these things on the ballot. But what I do is I go to trusted sources. I go to the DSA. I go to progressive leaders and people in California who know the issues and who I trust to make the right judgments. And I'm not saying that, like, you know, I don't do my homework at all. But what I do is I look at, you know, what are the people that oh my God, I can't speak. I'm turning into Biden. What are the people that I ideologically align with? It's actually really hard to say. What are they saying about these people? Because realistically, like, I think that when you get down into the weeds on a lot of these ballot measures, or not ballot measures, a lot of these ballot races, you can't be expected to know, and not every voter can't be expected to know everything. And I can't be expected to put in all of the energy to, like, a district, you know, city council, whatever. Like, I don't really know the difference between a lot of things and who's telling the truth in an attack ad and who's not, you know what I mean? But wait, what?
Magazine reported that, and then former Trump chief of staff John Kelly.
Dude, these fact checkers are actually kind of not even cooking Trump a little bit. Like, they're like, oh, it's only 71%. Like, come on, bro.
For 10 years, though he did at least once speak of, quote, predators
he didn't
without
have
specifying it was
water.
about black people. He said his Trump tax cut was the largest in U.S. history. Not true, though, in fairness, Biden also said this. Trump said China and others stopped buying from Iran under him. China never stopped.
Oh my God. Okay, they're like, it's just like, it's so stupid. Oh, what did I accidentally opened something. I think. Oh yeah, it's this stupid DJ thing. Yeah, I don't know. I just. Oh my god, he looks like such a fact checker.
Every single one of those.
He's like facts.
Dude, that was the worst fact checking I've ever seen.
Yeah, they were just like going by the numbers there. They weren't really trying.
Oh my god, I got
Little
Marco
Marco.
Rubio now. Oh.
Like
Little Marco.
Appearance of everything as we've been talking
That's
about.
that's the vice president you're talking to. That's the next vice president. No, he's not getting that.
Points. Does that give you pause?
Well, first of all, some of those things, like the last one he talked about was the VA choice. The VA choice program has actually not been fully implemented. It's been undermined in its implementation. So I think what Donald Trump is saying is that basically this was in place, it was expanded. The Biden administration has actually slowed it down and impeded its implementation. I don't remember all 30 of them he went through, and obviously we don't have to go through the Biden ones either. Suffice it to say that I think tonight, we all are in politics. I'm in office. You guys cover it. But there are millions of people watching who basically want to ask themselves, were we better off under Trump or were we better off under Biden? Did I have more money in my pocket? Was the world safer and more secure? Was the country safer and more secure? And I just think more and more Americans are concluding that they were better off in the 4 years Trump was president than in the 4 years.
Damn, why is he being nice? Why is he not cooking Biden right now?
That's the core issue of this campaign that's going to decide it.
Even with COVID? I mean, it was
obviously,
bad.
Yeah, COVID was bad, but Trump didn't create COVID. COVID impacted the entire planet.
But that was how people felt. That was what they lived through.
Sure, but I mean, what does Trump have to do with COVID? He didn't.
What? He's trying to have both sides. He's trying to say, like, how did people feel during Trump versus Biden presidency? People felt better under Trump. And it's like, well, but people felt like Trump, messed up COVID. And he's like, yeah, but that has nothing to do with Trump. Like, what?
Earlier in hindsight. So
he's doing the thing like I didn't, when the stock market does well, thanks to Trump. When it does poorly, well, what? You think I control the stock market? It's so funny.
Saved Main Street America when everything was being shut down, including states that were shut down for a year. So even those things he doesn't get enough credit for. But obviously, COVID was an anomaly in human history, something that happens once every 100 years and hopefully never happens again. But overall, people have recollections of those years in which they had more money in their pocket. That's a fact.
So I want to ask you about some things as you sit here as his surrogate. That
How old is Marco Rubio? He's like 50-something now, right?
And I want to start with NATO. The issue of NATO came up.
53,
and what
yeah.
he thinks about NATO. I want
not exactly not exactly young blood anymore.
This is a guy who wants to get out of NATO. Are you going to stay in NATO?
Wait, he didn't even say anything.
Wait, what?
Just Biden.
Are you okay with that? He shrugged.
Well, I think this is the negotiator in him. I was in the Senate and he was the president, and he would talk to these guys not like a politician would normally.
It's because he shrugged. Oh my God, they're clipping his shrugs.
Interestingly enough, the Eastern European countries all punch above their weight.
That's so
in terms of
funny.
how much they contribute. Poland is an example. The Western European countries have been.
Okay,
slower
I'm gonna
to
do my
table
games
and do
before I
more.
forget.
Now Germany's got
Before it
going
gets too
after
late.
Ukraine, and others have gotten going a little bit more.
Gonna do the
But
stream
truth
games.
of the matter is that NATO has been an unbalanced.
Let's do the mini.
Alliance for a substantial period of time.
I gotta
And we
mute
talk-
this. I won't be able to focus if I don't mute it. Okay, ready to start solving? Let's go. Largemouth lake animal. I don't even know. Arousing suspicion. Citizen Kane director. Point after deuce. I don't know. Joyous laughter. Man, I'm not doing well on this. Slowly sinks as the sun sets. Score of 3 on a par 4. I don't know. Classify into separate groups. I don't know. Speaks like this. In caps. Instrument in electronic dance music. For short. Synth. Becomes bubbly as a beer. Foams. Okay, so what's this? Arousing suspicion. CN? What? Joyous. Oh my God. What is going on? I'm going to do the auto check. Oh, geez. That is not. It's not that. Okay. Joyous laughter starts with M, ends in H. I don't even know. This is brutal. This is brutal. I'm taking the L on this one. Marco Rubio was like a senior when I was freshman in high school. Oh no. Speaks like this. What? Shouts. Okay. So this is probably like fishy. Or I don't know. M space TH. Oh boy. Oh, birdie. Yeah. Classify into separate groups. Joyous laughter? What, mirth? I've never heard of that word in my entire life. Ado? I've never heard of that. Assort? Oh my god. What are the... Okay. Bass, largemouth lake animal. Fishy, arousing suspicion. Oh, okay. Orson Welles, I don't know that. Ado, mirth. Sets, shouts. Assort? Oh god. Okay. I fucked that up. But by the way, ads starting soon. If you don't want to see the ads, make sure you subscribe for $5 or for free with Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. Boom. I'm gonna put this on in the background now that we're doing this.
Tonight, and I do think that's a factor here. I really do.
All right. Well, Senator Rubio, I appreciate your time and thank you very much.
Actually, let me see. Can I do? Wait, I have an idea.
Poll of voters' opinions of tonight's debate. Our David Chalian is going to join us.
I have an
with all
idea.
the numbers, the details,
Watch this.
The analysis after this.
Window capture.
He
Gonna put
doesn't want
that.
to be rude to a dying man.
Gonna put that in the corner there. Boom.
What
Okay.
happens if Biden dies before he's elected? I mean, they just have to put another person
Okay.
in that.
It's
like,
not
Kamala Harris
ado.
becomes the
It's add
president,
out.
but I doubt that
Add
the DNC
out.
would
Oh,
want her to
okay.
be, the presidential candidate.
All right. Let's do time guesser.
So
Bango, where are you?
She's a danger to the establishment.
Bango, you're sub, so you're not even seeing the ads.
she's
Oh
too-
Jesus, what
she's
is
powered
this?
up by dialectical materialism.
Okay.
That's why they're afraid. They're afraid that
Dietman
she's
laat
going to-
ons
she's gonna do
studeren
a
in
Mars
plaats van
revolution.
Crepperen. What is? Oh, is this just Amsterdam?
Supposedly, the Univision.
That looks like
panel,
Amsterdam.
Like a lot of the Latino undecided voters said that they like wanted.
I'm gonna
them
go
to be
Amsterdam.
now. I think that was because of Trump constantly saying they were all criminals. So I mean, maybe like not
That's
everybody.
see, yep, there you go.
I don't
would
know
be really
which.
nice, don't you think?
Is this a bridge?
If the
It
alternative
must
to
be, right?
Trump wasn't also being like, well, immigrant rapists and their victims need to get abortions.
Okay, it's gonna be a
When being
narrow
asked
bridge.
about-
Oh my God.
When being asked about abortion, like, yeah, you know, beautiful white women that are getting raped by these barbaric immigrants, they need to get abortions too.
Okay, I don't
That was
actually know
literally
where
his
like
angle. That was the
the
only way they could get his racist
all
ass
the
to say that,
like
we
rivers
need
and stuff in
abortion
Amsterdam are.
Because Biden is just fucking pro-life. He doesn't like abortion.
Hmm.
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
Wait, there's like trees here. Okay, maybe this isn't a.
All right, let's see what let's see. This is
Maybe
gonna
this
be less
isn't a
contentious, I
bridge.
suspect.
Pro-abortion rights, or if you want to codify Roe.
Where's like the where's you know what I mean? Like where's the things that is it gonna be over here?
You are a murderer, and that you want to kill infants. And
Yeah. It's gonna be like over here somewhere.
are people who want to kill
Okay,
babies
these are
after
like the
they
main
born.
streets.
And
Okay.
It's
So
I sometimes say this is Earth 2.
I
This is not a factually
misunderstood.
based thing at all. But he repeatedly reiterates that. It's not the moderator's job, though, to fact check that. It's essentially the other candidate's job to fact check that. I wonder what your thought just strategically is in terms of countering.
it's somewhere over here.
Counter narrative.
I guess it could be anywhere.
Abortion rights. That's so obscene.
Needs to
and
be
yet
needs to have a
so
tree of some
consistently
sort.
repeated by their
There's a
side and by
tree
their
here. Maybe two? Is that a second tree? Yeah, I think that's a second tree.
Exactly what are on
So there
our
have to be
side,
two
your point,
trees.
Rachel. First of all, what they are talking
On the
about
bridge?
is they are attempting
Maybe?
to, as they
I don't know.
want to do, especially Donald Trump, create fear based on fiction. For the sake of getting and hitting a political
Oh,
point.
this is Kamala. I just
We know,
realized.
and what he is acutely aware of is what he has done and intends
Oh my
to
god.
do
Okay.
is not politically popular with a lot of people in both so-called red states and
Here.
blue states. And so now you see him wavering. Let's not forget, when he was president of the United States, he said that if a national abortion ban was sent to his desk, he would sign it.
No
He
mention
said-
about guns or gun control. Yeah, guess what, dude? I fucking called that shit too. I told you they were gonna talk about fucking gun control. No shot.
Why would they talk about
We
gun
know
control? It's
that
like
when
not
Donald
even
Trump
popping
comes in,
off.
If he has a Congress
It only
that
they only
passes
talk about
a
it when it pops
national
off.
abortion ban,
That's just how
he
it
will
is.
sign it into law. One of the most
It's just how it
fundamental
goes.
issues of our time. Fundamental. The idea that the government would take the ability of an individual's to make decisions about their own body and replace their good judgment with that of the government. That's what's happened in our country. 3 days ago, we just commemorated.
Okay, whatever.
the
I'm.
2-year
We're going back. We're going back here.
Oh God,
Let me put
she's
this
so
back on.
fucking bad, dude. Oh God, it's.
Let's see.
Oh my God, the Democratic Party.
Yeah, I don't
What the
know.
fuck, dude? What the
I guess I'll
absolute
maybe
fuck?
go
It's so
like
funny 'cause
here.
It's like a Game of Thrones all the way down.
No, it has to be a really
'Cause, like,
narrow street.
The Democratic Party is basically relying at this point on like I don't know some fucking random like Arkansas Republican to come out and be like, I think women that have sex out of marriage should be murdered, and then the Supreme Court of the state for some weird reason decides that that is actually sound or some shit, like a state legislature passes a bill like
It's
that.
somewhere here. It's got to be somewhere here.
And then like it
I just don't know where.
litigates and re-triggers the fucking abortion conversation over and over again. And that's basically
Could
all
be
they
like
got.
somewhere here, maybe.
And to be fair, the Republican Party keeps doing that shit. I saw you post about it the other day. Like there was another fucking moment where they're like, we're gonna. It was there was the 10 Commandments shit that they did. Which was so silly, so stupid. Who the fuck are you doing this for?
Do I just
Even the
go
Supreme
here?
Court recognizes with the way that they. Oh,
No.
CNN is doing polls. All right, let's take a look. Flash polls.
I will say,
Oh,
as a
brother,
partisan
here it
makeup,
is.
These debate
I
watchers
spent weeks in
do
Amsterdam,
very
but no
much look
elk.
like registered voters.
That's fine.
Maybe
I'll
about
figure this
4 or
out.
5 percentage points more Republican than
Oh, what
the
are the-
usual universe
what are
of
the polls?
registered voters. So just to keep that in mind,
Flash
as you
polls.
see these results, that little bit of shift won't make a difference here. Look at the big question of the night. Who won the debate? We asked debate watchers in our instant
Yeah.
poll, and the answer was a resounding Donald Trump did. 67% of debate watchers in our poll say Donald Trump
What
won
were
the
the
debate
polls?
tonight. Joe Biden, 33% say
Okay.
he won the debate tonight. Now, this group
What
of
were
debate
the,
watchers, they told us who they thought would win the debate going into it before
no.
the debate.
Oh, no. This
and
is gonna
take a
be
look
so
at how that
sad.
changed over time. 55% thought before the debate that Donald Trump would win the debate. 45% thought Joe Biden would win the debate. Look at what the debate did to those
Okay.
expectations. That's when
wanna see-
Donald Trump did much better than expected. Joe Biden did worse than expected among this group. And compare this to these two men debating 4 years ago. That's not always a comparison we have.
They're comparing to-
obviously. The rematch
Let's
is
see.
pretty unique. And so take a look at the complete reversal.
Oh,
Again,
no.
that top line there
Oh,
is
no.
the debate tonight.
Oh, no.
67% say Trump won. 33% said Biden. The next line is the second debate in 2020, where Biden won there by about 14 percentage points, 53-39 in our instant poll that night. This looks a little bit more like the first debate. Chris Wallace moderated 60%
gotta add Jover.
Joe Biden
Let me do
won
that.
that debate
Where
that
is
night.
it?
28% said Donald Trump won the debate that night. You can see how this night sort of is a complete reversal of that one. And then take a look at this question we asked. Do you have confidence in the candidate's ability to lead the country? Confidence in ability to lead the country. 14% said
Oh no! Why did it freeze?
they have a lot of confidence in Trump. Neither of those numbers are stellar, by the way. You see 29% say some for Biden, 20% Trump. But here, a majority of debate watchers, 57%, say no confidence in Joe
That's
Biden's
so bad.
ability to lead the country.
The
44%.
majority.
Again, that is not a
That's
great
not, like,
number.
good
That is
for
a
Trump at
healthy
all.
plurality there.
What?
That's not even good for Trump.
It's
Like,
not.
isn't
But I mean, but that
Trump
makes
doing-
sense. That
It's
makes sense.
catastrophic
Who
for
sucks
Biden,
too.
but
Like,
it's not
where-
good for Trump either.
It's
Yeah.
just like this is a race of who sucks
A
worse.
majority say Joe Biden.
Yep.
They're not confident he can do
This is a fucking
Bobby, I will
CNN
say,
poll
when
after
you
the
look
debate.
at
Oh
the
God, it's
initial
so
screen that
cooked.
David just shared with us. Trump won 67%, Biden won 33%. That's not what we're hearing out there. It's not what we're seeing on social media. I mean, that's a resounding loss, but it's not 100-0, which is what
But remember, we did.
we're hearing in punditry.
What?
We went in
It's
thinking
called
about low bars,
partisanship.
and
There are
in terms of,
Democrats
like,
who will say he won no
meeting
matter
expectations,
what.
exceeding expectations.
She said it's not 100-0. I've never heard this level of copium
The
before.
cope is
That's like
insane.
Fox News wouldn't do that level of dick riding for Trump.
No,
No, they would.
They would be embarrassed.
They would,
What
but
the fuck? Well, one person said that Trump did well.
His age and his ability.
This is just the most doomer election since W versus Kerry. Yeah.
Dana phrased the question tonight that he would be 86 at the end of a second term if he were reelected. And instead, they're walking out of this with those questions only raised and being raised at the top levels of the Democratic Party. And the vice president defending his performance to Anderson, acknowledging that, yes, it was a slow start, though it was also a pretty difficult end as well. If you watched his closing statement, compared to his closing statement that he delivered during the Chris Wallace debate, which I watched truly this morning, it was a very strong closing statement. And this one, he didn't even mention the word abortion. And it makes all the talk of Republicans this week, including President Trump, saying that Biden was going to be on cocaine, and other Republicans claiming that he was going to be on performance-enhancing drugs, seem quite quaint when you look at what the conversation is now.
I also don't think that you can make too much of the fact that 33% said Biden won the debate. There's a certain number of people who just either like Biden or hate Trump, and they're never going to say that Trump won the debate. So I think that's
exactly.
Kind of I don't think that's a reflection of the way they viewed the debate. It's a reflection of how they feel about the two candidates.
Okay, what about the other point, though, to what David just laid out? So when you look at the first debate
He's
in
right.
2020,
He's absolutely right. Like, some of you guys won't see the top of the hour ad break because you're subscribed, and many others who are unsubscribed will see the top
anyways,
of the hour ad break.
I'm gonna go back to the.
Subscribe for $5 or
I'm gonna go back to this. Gotta finish this out. Yeah, I don't even know.
Another debate could turn this
I don't know, man. What year would this be?
Age.
90s, 80s. Looks like 80s, early 90s maybe. 1992 maybe.
I mean, this speaks to
Why don't we do
the biggest question that people have about.
You objectively can't say Trump won, though. He proved he's an outright dipshit. What? Everybody knows he's a dipshit. He was the fucking president. What are you talking about?
He's been
Okay, let me do. I don't think this is it, but I don't really have any other valid guesses, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah, I'm the guy.
Let's just go. I don't think that's Dutch.
Let me tune into CNN.
That's not Dutch.
Oh wow, he seems like kind of an asshole. Like,
I assumed that this is like Amsterdam Bannisters or something.
Has been in politics for 100 years. The other guy
They look kind of Dutch, no?
The most polarizing president. I don't know if you knew that or not. It's not 2016, chatter.
Is this like a South Africa thing or not South Africa?
Their fucking minds. Right now, it's a race to the bottom on like people that aren't currently motivated to go out to vote. But
are you sure?
Maybe they will.
I'm gonna guess it. I don't care. I'm gonna guess 1989.
This is why it's just such a missed opportunity.
1985. Students demonstrating against plans for new student finance in The Hague, Netherlands.
Where the people were paying the least attention.
So it was over here. Let's take a look.
So ideally for Biden,
I was gonna say it didn't seem like it was like an Amsterdam thing. I mean, it did, but it also this building here didn't really make sense. But I guess that makes sense. Dutch language doesn't have the double A's that frequently. Eat that L. Yeah. 89.95. Okay. Yeah.
This
We'll go to the next one.
Of the big chances he had to do that.
Oh, well, okay, we know where this is. Lyndon B. Johnson Space Center, right? And this is probably going to be right after the Challenger explosion. So, yeah, and it says Houston, so this one's pretty easy.
People paying more attention to Trump and how stupid he is would get in the way of that, would make them reconsider.
Where is it? Johnson Space Center.
The thing that, like,
where's the entrance for this?
Like,
where's the big sign?
He got in the way of that.
Let's see.
So it was a
There's a viaduct thing, and then I think it goes into
even if, like,
entering
really
Houston city limit.
Track to winning, this just went the exact opposite way you would want.
Yeah, this person says, dude, just put your MAGA bag hat on, get your money. This is USA, dude. You don't seem all that polarized against Trump.
Where is there like a viaduct? Is this a viaduct? Could it be here?
Political opinions that are completely outside of the neat little confines of liberal mainstream media.
There's got to be another one.
Looks from the Democratic Party for like media opportunities or even like linking up with prominent Democrats.
Wait.
Not that I want to.
Now I'm trying to figure out.
Do you think I have any fucking sway in this at all? Who do you think is more powerful in like? Who do you
Road,
think is more responsible for the
sign, viaduct?
Shocking electoral defeat for Joe Biden. Me
And it's next to like the highway that turns left.
The
Okay.
DNC, who is literally
So
pushing a cadaver over the
it
finish
turns
line,
left.
Even though I have been saying and everyone else has been saying outside of the DNC has been saying that he's old as fuck and he should not be.
Where is this?
If you want
I'm
to
like
win,
trying
you
to
cannot have him run.
find.
Yeah, to the extent that media
Okay.
figures have made an impact, it's been all the liberals who have been just denying reality up to this point and creating this like false sense of security among these
Is it-
people. Like, if you want somebody to like,
It's like a
actually
side
be
street, isn't
helpful
it?
for The Democratic Party, the best thing to do
You got
is
like the
tell
main road,
truth,
and then you got
because
like
what
the
they've been
side
doing now
road.
hasn't been getting them anywhere.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ay. Bro, Indiana banned Pornhub. That is a much bigger issue. The government is overstepping. The nanny state has come for the gooners.
Man, I actually
This was a
can't
big
find
mistake
this.
for them.
I was in 5th grade when Challenger happened.
Yeah.
Was I alive? I think I wasn't alive.
Wow.
It was in the 80s, right?
Oh, bro.
Wait, what is this?
Are you serious, bro? They're
They're
talking to him.
like he's a dog.
This is like I don't
Wait.
give Kaya treats when she does this. Okay, like this is like basic. You know, you're house trained. Like you didn't pee inside the house. Congratulations. Like what the fuck are we doing?
I think I talk to my dog when she sits.
And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Why?
Bro, Jill is running the show, by the way. Straight up. I'm a truther. I'm a Jill Biden truther. She is.
Okay, we gotta get back to this. We gotta finish this up, and then honestly, I might do a short stream today.
He has no idea
Why
what's
can I
going
not
on.
find this?
He does not know what's happening. He's like, yeah, did I do good? Did I do good? Did I say the lines?
Space
Thank
Center, Houston. Okay.
Oh my
You should
God.
run. We
Dude,
need the
remember-
Italian girl boss.
Remember
Memorial
when their-
Grove?
Remember when their big thing was
Is this the sign?
like Joe Biden fucks Jill super
No.
hard to like to neuter the fucking the propaganda that like to the attacks that Joe Biden was like old. He was like, no, you don't understand. He blows her back walls out. he's having so much sex with Jill Biden.
Yeah, you just the Lincoln bedroom looks like. a
Man,
war zone.
why can't I find this?
Till the walls are sweating. Oh no. Oh Jesus
Fuck is
Christ.
Hassan talking about?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, you
Politico
know what?
article just dropped. Democrats consider the unthinkable. It's time for Biden to go. Key donors
The
are already blowing.
unthinkable. The unthinkable.
Yeah. Well, unthinkable if you're like only watching MSNBC, and I guess like they keep telling people that Joe Biden is fucking really hard.
I need to figure out. Okay, so there's some buildings in the background here.
That's what it is. They were just like, wait, I don't get it. What's happening? Like the sense
yeah,
of
it's just
panic and
wherever the
shock that
entrance
they're
is.
demonstrating is so funny to me. It's like,
I don't
have
know.
you not seen anything? Like, were they actually hallucinating this whole time?
Yeah, I think it's kind of fake.
This
I
should be
think
an
it
easy
has to
one.
be.
I don't know what's
either
going
that or
on
they
here.
all need to be voted out of office.
Not
I mean,
doing so hot.
I do think it was just sort of a big lie.
Oh,
thing
wait.
where they thought, well,
Is this it?
There's no way he could be lying about this because it's so important. They underestimated how much of a.
Oh yeah,
malignant
wait, this is it.
narcissist
Okay. I found it.
Yeah.
Found it.
Maybe they thought like, oh, he is good, I
So it's
think.
right
No, everyone keeps saying he's good.
here.
Behind closed doors. He's just holding it in. He's secretly really
Boom.
good.
And then shit, what year was this? What year was this?
Lefty
God,
here.
even
I
Mark
will
Hamill is saying it was an off night.
What year? What
What
year?
is
What
this?
year?
Lefty here. I will say that take was horrible. Dems have been winning. Yes, Biden is old, but I feel
Can't
like we've forgotten
remember.
what Trump
Was
has
it
done. Sometimes I feel like You
1986?
speak from a place of privilege. My sister had health complications in her pregnancy in Texas. Luckily, she overcame them. This isn't a joke.
2003. What? Okay.
You know Biden is
Oh,
president right
Space Shuttle
now, right?
Columbia disaster.
Like, what are we talking
Oh.
about?
Well, I got perfect on location. 1.7 meters. That doesn't seem right. 1.
Senile. I mean, everybody
Oh,
else. can
okay,
see
whatever. Tributes being paid at the Johnson Space Center to the 7 crew members killed in the 2003 Space Shuttle Columbia disaster. Wait, what was that one?
They see people see me laughing, like people see us laughing at the situation because like we've been saying this for so fucking long that there's nothing you
Disintegrated
can do at
upon re-entry, killing the
You just have to
7-member
sit back
crew
and
and
laugh
destroying
at
most
it.
of the
Like, what do you want me
scientific
to do? What do you want me
damage
to do?
sustained to the
Go fucking-
aurora.
I did
Fatally
say
for.
it.
I wrote an article
Oh
about it before
shit!
he even
I
launched
didn't
his
know
fucking
about that.
campaign saying exactly this.
Footage
Like,
of the
more than a
debris
year
strike.
later, like, At a certain, you can only do
Oh,
so much. If you're not going to listen.
piece of foam?
I mean, people like could not understand. Like, I had a lot of liberals.
Hey,
who followed
well,
me after the
anyways,
2020
okay, I thought that was
they all
Challenger.
Got so pissed at me because
I guess they could
like,
have
said
told that they're
like,
not,
he was too
that they're
old.
from like
They could not
2003.
comprehend why I was saying it. They were saying that like.
But I just
Chapo
assumed the
Trap
only one that I
Brady
assumed that people would be
Brooks
laying stuff like
into,
that for was
saying
the
it. They just couldn't comprehend it.
Challenger
and
one.
then it's like once
Okay.
they can't deny reality, they like
Addis
accuse you of manifesting
Ababa.
it.
I
we-
don't.
we made
So why is it so
Biden
small?
demented.
This
Yeah.
photo.
No,
I think Challenger
John,
launched from
it's
Cape
so
Canaveral.
bad.
Yeah, that too. I don't know why.
It's just like
I maybe I don't
get
know.
it. We
I don't
should
know
hit
what I
someone
was
else, but
thinking.
I feel as though we underestimated
But
the damage that was done. No one is underestimating that. He
Yeah,
literally
this is-
said.
I don't know what
immigrant
language this
rapist
is.
Barbarians are like behind every corner, ready to fucking pounce for like an hour and a half. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Is that
Only
like
36% of people
like
said they had confidence in him.
Latvian or
Like,
something?
he didn't do well.
It's crazy. It's crazy that people like. It's crazy.
No,
to make
I
it
don't think
seem
so.
like when you get a sense of powerlessness, you have
I
to
don't
like
think it's
lash out at
Latvian.
whatever you can. So you just immediately go like, no, it can't.
What language
be that,
is
like,
that?
The Democratic Party is fucking up super hard. It must be that like these guys are
Estonia,
just, you
no.
know,
Lithuania,
not
no.
taking this seriously. It's like,
Is it like-
no, dude, I could vote for Joe Biden a million times over. I could door knock for Joe Biden.
Is it like
every single day from
Senegal or
today
something?
until the election, okay? And it will not move the needle in the direction that you want it to move.
No.
Whereas the Democratic Party could literally
Oh,
tomorrow
wait.
change the outcome, or at least try to salvage the situation.
Is it Egyptian?
They could have definitely changed the outcome and made it significantly better, you know, a year ago. Did you
Just
not
like
see
looking
this
at like
girl that
random
got
like
killed in New York-
words
New
and
York? You're a
things.
fucking weirdo. They got raped by illegals in the past 9 months.
Egypt speaks Arabic.
Dude.
I know, yeah. But I was thinking like the characters. I don't know
even
why.
know, but it's like so
I didn't mean like the
unimaginably
language,
stupid that this guy's
Egyptian.
trying to talk about
I just
something
meant
serious
like
while simultaneously saying illegals, but also using the term graped. I fucking hate TikTok so much, dude. Like, brother, I don't know if you know this, but your hyper-specific anecdotes might come across as like super fucking passionate, right? In the moment.
I don't know what else it would be.
But that's not how this works. Okay?
Addis
Undocumented
Ababa.
immigrants
Oh well, this is probably like
are
a
responsible
what is
for
this?
less crime
An
per
airport?
capita than natural-born US
Addis
citizens.
Ababa.
That's it. If you want to solve crime, I guess we got to swap out dumbasses like you with undocumented migrants in this country. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you want me to
Like
live,
Tunisia?
you fucking idiot? He's so mad. He's so fucking upset. Yeah. 15% because COVID, dumbass Joe LMFAO. Yikes, true. He's like, no, you don't
I
understand.
have no idea.
Immigrants are in every corner waiting to potentially do rapes.
Yeah. There are 10 million Guatemalans blowing up the Lincoln Memorial right now.
Yeah,
and
that
Joe
tweet
Biden's
is
letting them do that.
That tweet is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
The guy. I mean, that was probably the best. That was the most banger
Kyrgyzstan?
tweet of the
I don't
entire
know.
fucking night. Whereas I retweeted it.
I don't even know.
There's
I'm
another
gonna
one where
guess
somebody said Trump called Biden a Palestinian.
this whole
so
region
Biden
to me
can
is
work
kind of
his story
like
campaign.
I don't know what's going on here.
CNN focus
This
group
whole
and war
region,
machine
basically,
coming
I
up.
don't
Okay,
know
we'll
what's
get to
going
that in a
on
second.
here.
Biden,
Is that
look,
is that
the
bad
fact
to
is,
say?
we can't.
I feel like I just don't know what. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't look like there's much going on there in general.
And this is no fooling. Trump,
Like, what
there
is
are
this?
10 billion
You zoom in,
Guatemalans
there's not even
attacking
anything
the
there.
Lincoln
Okay.
Memorial right now. It's just that was it.
Ashgabat
Over and
International
over again.
Airport.
Yeah.
We got
Trump fumbled it.
Balkanabad
I mean, I feel like the last hour
Airport.
or so was just not strong. He didn't come across well. Like when he was like kind of.
I would say that it does look like an
you know,
airport control tower. Yeah.
Yo,
this from, like,
I just
Twitter-
cheated and I've
Twitter
never
breaking
have
news.
guessed it.
Twitter breaking news: Joe Biden will. Oh, it's
Okay,
fucking-
then I'm gonna just go
It's
with
from
like somewhere
2008.
here,
I thought it
random.
was a fake
Yeah, 'cause he's
account.
run for-
I'm gonna find an
ran for
airport
president
and
in
just go with it.
2008. He ran
Botkin
for
Airport.
Senate while the
It's
Vietnam
not
War
right,
was
but
happening.
I'm just gonna guess it.
His first
And I'm gonna guess the
for Senate had
50s,
policies on the
60s,
Vietnam
1959, 1969. Queen Juliana of the Netherlands speaking with Emperor Haile Selassie in Addis Ababa Airport, Ethiopia. Oh, okay.
Illegal immigrant watch is what
Addis
they're doing,
Ababa
which is so
International
crazy
Airport.
because
Yeah,
like,
I
they
wasn't
did this
gonna
with
get that.
crime in general, right? They did this with crime for like a good 2 years.
I didn't
right?
even know
Crime is
about this
on the
city.
rise. And I was like, this is
but I guess it probably would have
hysterical.
shown
This is
up on the
just
map if I just moved around a lot. Okay, this was pretty bad.
real at the time,
yeah, this is not a good round.
upon the
Oh,
Democratic Party
round 4 out of 5, and I'm at
cooler heads to
18K.
prevail and
That's
sit back and be
brutal.
like, all of this stuff is
Okay,
nonsensical, it's
the scorching
hysterical,
reckless joyrides of
crime
Wild Girls
is
of the
literally
Road,
lower
Young and
than it
Wild,
has ever been.
CinemaScope, also
Historically,
Delinquents out
this
for
is
Fast
just a
Case
big
Juvenile
bump
Jungle,
after
CinemaScope,
COVID. Okay,
Spaghetti,
in comparison to pre-COVID, post-COVID, crime is
for
going to
sale
literally be
or
the
for
same
rent, offices, something, cigar,
going to go
something, Chesterfield,
for years, and it did.
Philip Morris.
absolutely
Okay,
did.
Apollo.
So then they moved on. Now they're like illegal immigrants are doing crimes, and that is not the case.
This must be New York,
doesn't mean that there are
so
no
I'll do
illegal
New York.
immigrants
I just have to figure out
illegal
where.
immigrants are magically incapable of doing crime. That's not what I'm saying at all. But that's not how data works.
I'm gonna assume it's like
You can't just like rely on one
somewhere
anecdote to be like, no, you
over
don't understand.
here,
Like, this is a massive fucking problem.
where
It's
okay.
not a meaningful social issue. It's not a meaningful political issue. It's like it's yeah.
Neil Simon Theater, like wherever the theaters are, it's gonna be like Apollo Theater. What is this?
Right-wingers.
I can't even
No, I love
something
right-wingers.
win.
They're awesome.
Theater.
Dude, I prefer right wingers to like annoying, smarmy liberals who
Lyric,
you're the reason why
something,
Joe Biden is
Apollo,
losing, or like
story, something.
the fucking pro NatSec liberals.
Yeah, I can't
are
really
way
read
more
much.
annoying than
I'm just
Republicans,
gonna
because Republicans
guess.
are, like, coming at it from unfettered racism.
Where is
so you
it?
can
Where
just,
is it?
like,
Where is
address
it? Where is it?
But like liberals,
There's
will
somewhere
try to take an
here where it's
academic
like
approach to why America has to continue having 800 military bases, or else or else the Chinese will take over.
Yeah,
and you know, do homophobia
tweet-
everywhere.
That tweet from David Shore, he was like, "I'd rather have 4 degrees Celsius temperature rise."
Where's the
predominant power? It's just psychotic.
That's what I mean.
I literally saw it once when I zoomed in and it said like the Daily Show somewhere. Where's the Daily Show?
Side's like attitude towards it is so
The Apollo is
smarmy
still
because they're,
there.
like, trying to use
Look, that one theater has a
emancipatory
Wagner
language,
concert.
You know what I mean?
Where?
Like at least the Republicans will come in here and be like, "No, we have to." Kill
Oh,
all the
Wagner.
same N-words." And I'm like, "Okay, you're
Oh, no.
a fucking psychopath, and I know exactly what you are."
Yeah.
Oh, it's Robert Robert
Democrats will be
Wagner.
like, no, we have to kill
Okay.
all of the Arabs because they're
Apollo Theater still
homophobic."
there. Okay, let's see
Yeah.
if we can find it then.
And they call themselves like.
I assume it's gonna be.
Democrats
Isn't there a
or
place where
whatever,
there's just like a bunch
Yeah.
of theaters and stuff? Broadway,
Steve Schmidt,
Broadway
the guy
Theater,
who co-founded the Lincoln Project, said
August Wilson Theater, Neil Simon Theater.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
No way.
it would be on Broadway. That would make sense.
What? That's kind of
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Sullivan Theater. Okay, yeah. This is what I was looking for. Oh my God, that's why it's called Broadway. Jesus Christ.
Let's
Let's see. Winter Garden Theater, Capitol Theater, Theater.
Any clue where there was no pushback against Trump's misinfo? Because it's Trump.
Theater.
And because what are you supposed to do?
Broadway.
Just fucking pause the debate? And also because CNN is already like kind of right wing and gearing up for a Trump election.
So
in
what am
my
I looking for?
opinion.
Apollo Theater?
Like I think they you know they see the writing on the wall. They
Let's
look
see.
at Fox News' numbers and they're like,
Winter
well,
Garden Theater, Warner
everyone's
Capitol
numbers
Theater,
are down, but like they were
Capitol
pretty
Theater,
good when Trump was president. Like
Gatsby
that's probably
Broadway
the way that they're
Theater.
approaching the matter.
Yeah,
Sullivan
people
Theater.
accuse me of like wanting Trump to win for that reason, which like
Majestic
that's
Theater.
not how my universe is. People like left wing people do not like paying attention to politics when like right wingers are winning.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh
it
wait,
doesn't- yeah, it
here.
ultimately
What is
doesn't
this?
really matter.
Tollway zone, no
It's
standing,
just
no
like,
parking.
I don't even think a second.
Oh, I can't
Trump
read what that says.
term will
Cooled
cause
by
the same, like, ratings
refrigerant
boom
something.
that like media analysts are predicting. In my opinion, I think
No, it
people will
won't.
be.
People just be
I
depressed.
can't read what
Yeah,
that
people are
says.
just gonna
Something
be like,
win.
people are so checked out after Biden. I think
Okay.
like, even if
Where's the Apollo Theater? I would assume
even
it
if
would
Trump
show
were to
up.
become president, like shit would go south. Like 100%.
I like how
It would
Wicked
be
has like
awful.
its own.
Make no mistake.
Uh,
but I don't think he will have the same like captivating aura.
Wicked
that he
and like
did the first time around.
those other musicals have like their own thing.
When he won, it was all novel.
Their own
And
signs
there was a
on
really good point. I think it was by like not Jennifer
on Google
Rubin,
Maps
Michelle
or
Goldberg.
Apple Maps.
She said like the core
New York
basis
Theater,
for, like, the
Madame
interest in
Tussauds,
Trump was like
the
it
Times
was
Center, New Amsterdam
they stop
Theater.
him. Will Republicans ever break from him? Can he get away with it?
Nebula.
And the answer to that, if he wins a second term, well, no, he
The
just
Arts,
won. So there won't be any
Marquise
intrigue.
Theater.
It'll just be 4 years, then he'll go away.
Yeah.
It'll just be sad.
There's something to know about the Apollo that I
Jake is
left out to
calling
not
it out.
spoil.
On behalf of everyone who tried to warn you, but got nothing but grief for it. Like
Okay,
Ezra Klein,
well,
Nate
you'll have to
Silver,
tell me
David
later
Axelrod,
once I
James
figure this
Carville, and
out.
Myself, ew, come on.
Yeah.
And Charlemagne the God and Jon Stewart. We told you we were trying to help. We wanted to beat Trump the most, and we knew we had to have the strongest candidate to do it. Yeah.
Go off.
Jank, this is his moment.
Wait,
Jank
what?
Mentum, baby. He was right. He literally tried to run for president specifically for this reason.
Whatever.
Like he was very open about it too. He's like, listen, I know I'm not gonna fucking win, but if I get 20%, maybe someone like Gavin Newsom will come in and see like Biden is weak, which of course didn't work. But
Dean did that too. That's why he's my hero.
yeah. Yeah. Is there really no better Dem option? No, anyone is better than Biden at this point. Just like anyone was better than Hillary Clinton at that point. So it's really cool that we're relitigating.
Why is it so hard to
2016,
find?
Even though we're post 2016.
I'm guessing it's just like
and we should have
not
addressed some of those problems.
still
And
here or
instead,
something.
Very quickly, the media infrastructure packed it up and created this like neat little excuse spiral for Hillary Clinton that it was actually the left, or it was Russian interference, or it was this, or it was that actually caused the election. So that's precisely the reason why people are coming into this chat, even right now, and hitting those same fucking angles. Being like, well, it seems
I don't
like
even
you're
know.
really
I assume it's a
privileged and
long
you're
block
actually
like
not
here.
interested in, a second Trump term. And it's like, it's out of my
So I'm just
fucking
gonna
hands.
go.
Yeah. I just have to call it like I see it at the Dave's back.
Wherever there's a big tower
I want to see how fucking wet
at
he
the
is right
end.
now.
Okay, but world leaders.
It's 100% still there. It's just not where you think it is. Okay, well then it's not going to be here probably. Carnegie Hall.
Oh my God. You know what would be the absolute worst? If the Democrats somehow put Hillary Clinton back in.
She would do it. She would win. I don't care. I don't
Is
care
this just like not in,
Dude.
not in
I believe in it.
Dude.
New
no,
York?
I think if there's
Is this like LA or
that,
something?
like, is gonna still be.
I don't think there's any way LA would have ever looked like this. This is definitely New York.
It's Hillary Clinton.
Why is this our choice?
Yeah, I know.
It's gotta be.
It confirms to them their view that this is basically something they don't need to pay attention to because they have nothing but
that?
bad choices.
Yeah, it's
That
in
is a
NYC.
very, very bad thing for Democrats. I don't think a lot of people are sitting here analyzing it to the degree that we
I
are.
spoke it into
but for most
existence. I'm
regular
sorry.
people,
It's
they're
gonna
just
happen
saying
now.
it confirms what they have already
Deadline.
believed about Joe Biden, about whether he can do 4 more years, about whether he is doing a great job today in the presidency. I mean, let's not forget his approval rating right now is partially because a lot of Americans don't believe that right now he is doing a job that they like.
And if you just think about 2020 all over again, Joe Biden cannot afford to
Carnegie
lose
Hall.
much. So the third-party candidates matter more at the moment. The president has a motivational energy
Here's
issue,
museum.
enthusiasm issue with his
Museum of the
base.
City, New
He did
York.
not help himself
Oh,
tonight.
I
He
found it.
likely
I
hurt
found it. I
himself
found it. I
tonight.
found it.
It's June.
I found
So
it.
maybe-
Okay.
Maybe this all passes. Conversation among Democrats.
We got it. 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 So this is Apollo. So over here
79 votes. Right?
is
So
going to be.
Wisconsin, 25,000 votes. Pennsylvania, 40,000 votes. Arizona, what, 10,000
Wait.
votes? I don't have all the math in my head. So he can't afford to
Apollo
lose much.
Theater.
Oh my God.
Voters are
If
going
that's
to come
Apollo
out.
Theater,
We know that.
but that's probably
So
not the
the
same
question
one, is it?
Look at the screen.
He was
Do you
already
see
Is that
it?
still the
I
same
came to this
theater?
debate.
Do you
Yes.
see it?
It's real.
The toe sucker.
Or did they
himself,
move?
Chris Cillizza,
Let's go.
CNN's editor at large. Oh baby, the whispers of Hillary Clinton, 2024.
Okay,
have
I'm gonna
started.
guess here.
Oh, it's from
Let's
June
go.
20. Oh my God.
Let me just
it's
look at
from
the
June
buildings.
2022. Okay,
Oh
thank
yeah.
God.
Oh, that's definitely that's the building. Okay. I think we're good. I think this is
Yeah, I
it.
knew it. I knew
Let's
that
do
they
like
fired
19.
Chris, so I was wondering, like, what was up? No.
Oh. Oh.
What would this
Wait,
be?
did
I
they fire-
ever
Wait,
have
why did they
nice
fire Chris
things?
Cillizza? Sucked
feel like this is like 1930s. No, it's got to be like 1940.
You're making
No,
the
it can't be
last
mid-war.
prophecy come true.
Oh, what? Like, I guess it could be.
Yeah, this one is,
Or is
like
it?
one of the
Oh,
all-time
jeez.
greatest
Okay.
political.
I'm gonna do
comics.
1940.
Yeah.
1950.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Oh,
I
no.
I did not call.
Wait,
that.
if you have
It's not
cinemas lined up.
happening yet.
Wait.
That doesn't mean it won't happen. Could very well.
Wait,
it is
what?
very much like something that the Democratic Party would do. Is like very much in their wheelhouse.
So
to
they
do
just
some
like
fuck shit
moved.
like that.
Why not? Why not?
1959.
Kyle
They just
Kalinske said,
moved
I
a
mean,
bunch
at
of
this point,
shit.
I'll take
I
it.
guess.
He's on your team on this.
Let's go. Let's go.
Because that is not still there. Okay. Well, anyways,
Insane. I think if
5873.
there's one person
Oh,
that would put
jeez.
this
I'm
contest
heading into the last round with
in, like,
23. This is a
identical terms would
bad,
be
bad
Hillary
round.
Clinton. I'm not even kidding.
Gallery
No,
yes.
she
on
nearly
Petro
beat
Paulo
him, and
Rubens,
that was before he did January
McEwen,
6th and,
Scotch,
got rid of abortion.
Van something.
If that
Coffee
happened before
Bridge,
2016, she would have won. So she'll win.
Vandelstoken. What is it? This looks important in the background.
You're not wrong, but
I don't
but
know.
it's like putting up a person who already lost to Donald Trump is so funny to me.
Yeah.
Oh. She runs again and loses again.
I honestly don't know. I mean, this is this Germany somewhere?
Jesus
or Austria,
Christ.
maybe? No, because this is Dutch, right? This
Our only
probably
hope from
Dutch.
Politico, the Politico article
Coffee.
below. Our only hope is that he bows out. We have a brokered convention or dies, the donor advisor said. Otherwise, we are fucking dead.
I don't know.
Just the crucial context for all of this is
I'm gonna do
like,
Amsterdam
third
again.
round
Fuck it. I don't know.
by, like,
I don't
5
care.
points in Ohio. Like, everybody
This is
else
already an
like,
awful,
doing,
awful,
like,
awful
fine to, like, amazing right now.
thing. Round.
Eric Levitz, you're no,
Where's the first?
was that
Wherever
the
is the
guy?
first,
I think he
like,
said, like,
I don't know,
earlier this
plaza
year.
or
Is he the guy with
something.
the big podcast.
I don't know.
Like, sure, why not?
Somebody,
Could be
like,
right here.
Like, yeah, it's it.
And let's guess like 1984.
This is the liberal Zionist dude.
Oh, liberal Zionism is making a
No,
comeback.
1988.
I think that was
1997.
Yeah, that
Well, if you
was
look in the
Zach
upper
Rosen,
right,
yeah.
there's a tip if you know what it means. What? The Stella Artois or whatever? Oh,
Wine
wait,
bombs and
duh,
suburbs,
yeah.
ads are insane, right? What the fuck's the
I didn't even think about waiter serving drinks on roller skates at a cafe in Antwerp, Belgium. I mean, I wasn't
That's
going to guess
awesome.
that. Let's be real. I was never going to find that anyways, so I don't really,
Right? I think
you know, not much was lost.
Biden won and 6 people saying Trump won is great. Who's on
68. Okay, yeah, this was awful. This was an awful day for me. 30K. At least we broke 30K. But I bet Fango did way better. Yeah, 41K. That was pretty tough though. That was a tough one for sure.
Who was interviewed?
Okay, let's do the betweenal real quick, and then we'll do the bandle.
Policies of deporting
So let's do
undocumented migrant. And then they were like, well, what about Biden's policies? What would you think about an
No,
amnesty
let's do
for all of the undocumented migrants that are on U.S.
noise.
soil right now? And she said, without even stopping.
Ethiopia one was brutal.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
I was
that's
never gonna
good
guess
too.
that. I'm not knowledgeable on a lot of things
She said yes.
in the
we
world.
must
I will
both
freely admit it.
simultaneously
I am
do a
not the most
pogrom.
worldly person.
Like
so
Holocaust
that's-
levels of
yeah.
like Holocaust levels of cruelty to every brown person that has stepped foot on
Okay.
U.S. soil without the proper dodocumentation.
Let's try,
But also,
like,
we should give them amnesty
thing.
and let them become, law-abiding, tax.
Okay, let's try sound. Okay, so let's try
Supposedly, he sounded like 100 times better in the speech after the
Sweat.
debate. So, like, maybe he was just nervous.
Okay, so it's between sound and
He's a
sweat.
little scrimbo.
So
Yeah, he's just
there.
he's a neurodivergent minor.
Try that.
Yeah. You're
Oh,
being
it's
able-
close.
He was.
So
You're being-
stamp.
Well, I mean, he is
maybe?
neurodivergent dementia.
Nope.
And also not a minor, but
So it's not
basically-
stamp.
Biden's doing post game Wahoo like a real American.
Stale. Wait, what's going on here?
Wait, what was her reaction when he said, "Oh, you went to Waffle House"? What was
It's hard
her?
to debate a liar. You debated a liar 4 years ago, and you did great, dude. You
Yeah,
just
that's
suck
crazy.
now.
Wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe it, guys. Trump is a liar. This was shocking. This was a shocking revelation for Biden. He had no idea what was coming.
Why'd you agree to it? Why'd you agree to all these rules that like didn't let him
set it
interrupt
up.
you?
They set it up. They wanted to have it early. They thought this would be good. They would show the world. They would shock the world at how much of a dynamo Biden was. Like that's what
Okay.
the plan
Yeah.
was.
So it's
Chat,
not
I'm fucking telling you.
Stale. What is
And
it?
logically, that makes sense. Like
Steak?
if Biden
Oh,
actually
steak.
is
Okay, there we
really,
go.
like with it,
8 out of 14.
but he's not.
Cool.
So
Okay, let
Turns
me.
out he did shock the nation because
Let's do this. Okay, we're doing Bandle. And then we'll probably be done here in a little bit. Okay, 2007 released, 238 million YouTube views. Easy. Part 2. Let's listen. I actually don't know that. Let's listen again. I have no idea. I'm going to skip it. I don't even know where to start to guess. Still nothing. Wow. This is a part 2? How am I supposed to know this? I'm totally lost. I actually don't know this at all. 2007. I literally have nothing. Okay, imploring you. Begging. What? A MadCon begging? I've never heard of that song in my life. What? Oh, God. Okay, well, whatever. I guess that's that. Let me just see what's going on here.
I also called that shit. I don't think he was gonna do that, even though chatters believe that it's like something that they'll say. But apparently, I was wrong on this. The Democratic Party messaging it has featured Project 2025. That I know that they did not fucking come up with that. They literally got that from Reddit and TikTok. I swear to God. They literally saw momentum. They saw Harry Sisson or whatever fucking talking about it on TikTok and were like, maybe we should do this. Maybe we should use this as a talking point.
Yeah, it's the first thing they've had go viral.
This is interesting. I didn't know New York Times did this. Tracking the attacks, we talked how much time each candidate spent attacking his opponent's policies or character. Biden actually spent less of his time doing that than Trump. That's interesting. Because the whole thing is like, oh, Biden doesn't have policies. But, you know, it looks like he does.
25 is like, it's not necessarily new. Like, it is something that, like, the Republic...
Someone said Jon Stewart video out. Okay, maybe we can watch that. Is it going to be about the debate analysis? Oh, man, this is going to be good. Okay, we're watching it. We're watching Jon Stewart debate analysis. I was going to end stream, but we're going to watch this. 15 minutes.
My name is Jon Stewart. Thank you all so very much for joining us. We are coming to you live.
Okay, I gotta be careful with the copyright.
We just watched what you watched. We just witnessed a debate between President Joseph Robinette Biden versus former President Donald Robinette Trump. It was a highly anticipated affair, according to the network that was running it.
The first Biden-Trump debate a little over 1 month away, right here on CNN.
We are less than 2 weeks away from the first presidential debate.
Just 1 week from today. Welcome to the first workday of the most important week of the presidential campaign.
Wait, 3 days and counting.
Just 2 days now. About 30-ish hours.
Just over 24 hours.
12 and a half hours. Say the words.
It's debate day in America.
Jesus.
The candidates must have been so excited to know that they haven't missed it. I imagine old man Biden opening his window and shouting at the street below, "You there, boy, what day is today?" "Why, it's debate day, sir." "Then there's still time. Prepare the debate goose." Prior to the event, what did the political class believe would be the criteria for each candidate to be successful in the debate? First, Donald Trump.
Trump has to show that he's not going to end democracy.
Don't respond in a way that the suburban mothers wouldn't like.
Don't interrupt Joe Biden.
Don't take the bait. Don't look like a bully.
Don't get angry.
Portray normalness.
Can't you just pretend to be normal for 90 minutes? How is that advice for a presidential debate and not what you would say to your parents when you bring home a date for the first time? Can you not talk about January 6th? And please don't do your Asian voice. I really like this girl. But that's Trump. Surely the expectations on President Biden will be higher.
He absolutely cannot have a senior moment, a physical or verbal stumble, him forgetting something.
Any of his kind of freezing moments.
Oh, that did not go well. That was not. Oh, boy.
Alert, to stay engaged, and to stay awake.
President Biden has to show that he can stand there for an
You just need to stay engaged.
Extended period of time.
Awake.
Remain upright.
Upright. Wait, was the bar literally going into this? Was the bar literally just don't die? That's what it sounds like. Oh, jeez.
Remain upright to be president. You know, I may be mistaken, but I believe those are the same qualifications needed to be scarecrow. Tonight, the president must show the country that he can keep our corn safe.
So dumb.
But then it was time for the actual debate.
Muscle Lemon, I cooked you at Bandle again. You gotta listen to the song now. It's obligatory. Well, I don't want to get DMCA'd. Although at this point, I think I might have been letting the Jon Stewart play for too long uninterrupted. I might already get DMCA'd on the VOD, but let's just
see
watch.
how it began. Both men came out and, oh, yes, okay. And then, of course, both men are ambulatory. They are both upright. Level 1 cleared. It's going to be an important discussion between two important men. What are the rules?
We want to share the rules of the debate with the audience at home. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to answer a question and 1 minute each for responses and rebuttals.
What can you do in 2 minutes? I can't even articulate what's wrong with your entire setup to this debate. An ad break to watch a Hulu show is 3 minutes. What can you do in 2 minutes? But all right, that's going to winnow out anything that might be interesting or substance. But let's begin. We know the bar that's been set up for each to pass. Biden has to not look old and not have a senior moment.
Also, wait, speaking of which, I'm pretty sure they let Trump talk for way longer than that. Like 2 minutes. Like they literally just let him like ramble for a while. Or at least it felt like that. I don't know.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
Whoa, the way Trump like looked at him and then looked away and then looked back. Oh, I gotta run that back.
Excuse me, with
Watch.
dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
It hurts. It hurts to watch. It hurts. That was the worst one. That was his worst fumble of the night, by far. That sucked.
Need to call a real estate agent in New Zealand. Okay, a high-pressure situation. A lot of times you can confuse saving Medicare with beating it. I'm sure it's not something that repeated throughout the debate, causing Democrats across the country to either jump out of windows or vomit silently into the nearest recycling bin. Anybody can talking. How did Biden do not talking?
How close the police are to him. Almost every police group in the nation from every state.
Oh, they're just showing
everybody
his
wanted to get it back to the states. Everybody. And China nothing, and Russia nothing, and India nothing. I will have that
I don't want
out. He should have had it out a
rewatch
long time
this.
ago. Because I didn't have legislation. I said close the border. We had the safest border in
Oh,
history.
Jesus. He's just.
Not great. But a lot of people have resting 25th Amendment face.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. You have to walk all the way to the podium. That'll send anybody into a coma.
I'm not a political expert. But while Biden was preparing at Camp David for a week, did anyone mention he would also be on camera?
Yeah, I was going to say,
on the
like...
screen, is there any moment here that can save Biden?
This is the first presidential election since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade.
Oh, shit, we're back, baby!
Yeah.
Abortion! A to the B to the O to the R to the D to the repeal of Roe v. Wade.
This was supposed to be the layup. That's the thing.
It's been a great thing.
Oh, he is.
Well, also he said like he would leave the. Okay, this is something I haven't seen anyone talk about, but like Trump said he would leave the Supreme Court decision that allowed for abortion pills. He said he would leave that be, and he wouldn't, try to overturn it or anything like that. Hello, if you're pro-choice, or no, if you're pro-life, if you're conservative and you're pro-life, or I'm just going to say anti-choice. If you're a conservative who's anti-abortion, anti-choice, and you hear Trump say that he's on the side, that he thinks, the abortion pill is fine, the mifestrone or whatever it's called, oh, that's fine. Like, that's wild. That is not the conservative take at all. So I don't know why he said that. That seems like if I'm a Trump supporter, it's not even if I'm a Trump supporter. If I'm a Trump supporter, I would just be like, oh, that's bad, but I'm still voting for Trump. But if I'm someone who's just conservative, Christian, whatever, and then he says he's not going to do that, yeah, I trust Trump at his word. He's an honest man. No, I know. But I guess what I'm saying is why would you even it's just weird that he would even say that he.
It's a great thing. Hit him, Joey.
It's a terrible thing, what you've done.
This is awesome. We are done here. TKO. No. Joe, don't say anything else. Joey.
The idea that states are able to do this is a little like saying we're going to turn civil rights back to the states. Let each state have a different rule. Look, there's so many young women who have been, including a young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in, they talk about that.
Why? Why did he start talking about that? And also, Merry Christmas. Oh, geez, that debate sucked. I'm caught up now. It was awful. It was bad. He was trying. The annoying thing about Biden, again, is that if you really think really hard and you're like me and you know all the politics lore, you know about what he's talking about, then you can figure out what he's trying to say, but no one's gonna know what the fuck he's talking about. I know what he was trying to say in that whole thing about, he was saying Trump claims to be so he's so concerned about people getting murdered and raped by immigrants, but then he doesn't seem to care about them being forced to carry pregnancies when they're raped by citizens, people, their family members or whatever. Then he's all, we shouldn't allow abortion for them. So yeah, you shouldn't have to work so hard to peacefully sing together. He's the president of the country, not a toddler asking for apple juice. No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is what Biden was trying to get at there was a good point, which is Trump claims to care about, rape victims when it's immigrants, but he doesn't actually seem to care about rape in general, because when people get raped, he wants them to be forced to carry a pregnancy to term and not have access to abortion. That's the point he was trying to make. He was so bad at this. I have never even taken debate class. I never took debate class in high school, and yet I could do better than this. This is like the level of debate that these two were operating at, that Biden and Trump were operating at, is like would make a high school debate student cringe. That's how fucked it is.
Did you just immigration abortion? Hey, I know abortion's one of our strongest issues, but let me for a moment talk about immigrants killing and raping people. It's one of our weakest. Folks, I think sportsmanship would insist that an opponent not seize on opportunities such as this.
There have been many young women murdered by the same people he allows to come across our border.
So how do we do this now? Do I take his car back to the White House tonight? I mean, come on. We done with this shit? Do I just UPS his stuff? I mean, come on. That was crazy what he did just now. So Biden perhaps not on top of his game. Maybe I will check out this young upstart Donald Trump. Obviously, the election is a binary choice. So let me see what this Trump fella is about. As we learned earlier, he just had to come in there and not be an asshole.
He doesn't care about our veterans. He doesn't care. He doesn't like the military at all. Probably the worst administration in history, the worst presidency in the history of our country. This shouldn't be a debate. He is the worst president. I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he didn't have anything.
Does not appear to have passed the asshole test.
Which is ironic because, like, the whole thing, like Hassan was talking about, the whole thing was that they were saying, like, all Trump has to be is not an asshole, right? That was what they were talking about at the beginning of this. Like, all he has to be is nice and whatever. And he didn't do that, obviously.
People literally have never seen this level of parasocial. Live me, yes. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Everyone was saying, like, oh, Trump just has to not be an asshole and he'll come across as, nice and he'll win over voters. And he didn't do that. But I think the point is that it doesn't. He doesn't have to not be an asshole to still appeal to people. You know what I mean? Like, when he's a bully and whatever, it's just like it's just politics to people. It doesn't come across as like, yo, leave Biden alone. You're being so mean. It's just literally what politics is now. So you can't even like that whole montage of him being an asshole is just like how he is, and it's how he was in 2016 and how he was in 2020. I don't think people didn't vote for him in 2020 because he was like so rude. You know what I mean? Because if that was the case, then 2016 was way worse. Am I the only one that remembers the 2016 debate? So he was like calling Hillary like all sorts of awful things, saying he was going to throw her in jail, and they still voted for him. You know what I mean?
Debate. All right, Trumper, what do you got on substance?
We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. A lot of credit for the military and no wars and so many other things. Everything was rocking good. But yeah. The thing we never got the credit for, and we should have, is getting us out of that COVID mess. He
didn't get... What? Anyways, he was straight up harassing people. Yeah, like literally he was like... I remember one of the debates where he like... What was it? The people who accused Bill Clinton of rape. He like brought them as guests to the debate and like called them out and like said to Hillary, like, your husband, like, these are the like just unhinged. Like what? Like, he didn't even do that in 2020. I mean, he did. He said like Hunter Biden and all this stuff, but like, I feel like it was very different 2020 to 2016. 2020, he doesn't like Biden, but like Biden is a man. You know what I mean? 2016, he doesn't like Hillary, but like Hillary is a woman, and so he just like straight up does not respect her at all. You know what I mean? Can't wait to discuss this debate with my Zionist neolib mother tomorrow. Oh, geez. Well, welcome to the chat, but I am sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I was living in Iowa at the time. It was rough. Yeah.
Millions of people to come in here from prisons, jails, and mental institutions. The only jobs he created are for illegal immigrants. We had the lowest taxes ever. I didn't have sex with a porn star.
She was a porn character actor at best. I'm not saying she couldn't open a movie, but...
I don't like Jon Stewart's Trump
Just
impression.
so we're all clear, everything that Donald Trump said in that clip is a lie. Blatant.
Trump can't win. I'm back in Iowa, and these people get gas thrown on their racist fires by this asshole. Yeah.
And full. And we were tight on time putting this all together. There's plenty more. Really makes you wonder, what's RFK Jr. doing tonight? Maybe he's got something. Wait, what's that? I'm sorry. Oh, vaccines. Oh, no, I see. But yeah, sure, there's side effects to, all of them. Okay. And a worm where? Okay.
And a worm where? A worm in his brain. By the way, if you don't want to have brain worms, you can subscribe to avoid the ads that are coming up in a little bit. For $5 or for free, you can subscribe and avoid the ads or get gifted sub if you're lucky. Here is the ad break coming up now. Taking my entire family to the polls.
His vice presidential running mate donated. Okay, anyway. There was, of course, a moment where I kind of thought we were getting substantive.
I was recently in France for D-Day, and I spoke all about those heroes that died. I went to the World War II cemetery, World War I cemetery he refused to go to. He was standing with his 4-star general, and he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
See, like, I don't know. It just comes off as so contrived.
Shit just got real.
That line did come off as contrived.
That was a made-up quote.
A made-up
That's
quote,
a
which I think in
megaphonic
Trump
W
land
right
means.
there.
Hey, thank you for the sub, the Prime sub. Live me, yes. You're gonna have to remind me how to pronounce that. But thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. If y'all have Amazon Prime, you can connect your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. Like live me, yes, maybe. Live me, yes. I'm gonna pronounce it that way. Take the Prime head mod. Wait, head mod. Wait, do you think? Oh no, do people think I'm a Hassan mod? Anyways.
That's okay. But this is about our nation's veterans, foreign policy. This is important to Biden. Come on, brother.
4-star general standing to your side who was on your staff who said you said it, period. We've done more for veterans than any president has in American history. The only sacred obligation we have as a country is to care for our veterans when they come home and their families and equip them when they go to war. That's what we're doing. That's what the VA is doing now. They're doing more for veterans than ever before in our history.
All right, thank you so much.
Let's move to the topic of foreign policy.
Wait, what? Move on? No, we don't move. Stay on that topic, not move on.
I think you're a Hassan botherer. It used to be kill you not, but my name got reported after throwing Hassan emos in a right-wing chat. RIP 23. Oh, so live me, yes. Okay, I get it. I get it now. So that is how it's pronounced. Live me, yes. Okay.
No, don't go moving on. Who came up with these dumbass rules? And why would any of these people agree to them? The one thing that we did prove tonight is that the MAGA conspiracy theory about Biden's upcoming debate performance was nonsense.
A little before debate time, he gets a shot in the ass.
They are giving the president some sort of a stimulant, an ADD drug, Adderall, Ritalin.
New drugs that are out there that are specifically for Alzheimer's or Parkinson's.
A lot of caffeine pills.
B12.
Debate Viagra.
B12. What, vitamin B12? That's the secret sauce that they're giving Biden to. What is this, like? Okay, the crack thing, the caffeine thing, whatever, but like, oh, they're giving him vitamin B12 to help him perform better in the debates, and it's like he's juicing up. Like, what? Also, what's going on, Sarah? Good morning. Oh, damn, it's morning for you. All right, let's check it out.
Drugs that can be used.
Wait, did they just say Viagra?
Well, or Parkinson's.
A lot of caffeine pills.
B12.
Debate Viagra.
Well, certainly there are drugs that can be used to energize a person in that state.
Coming from Ben Carson.
I apologize for how fast I'm talking now. I'm on those drugs.
Oh, jeez.
Let me just say, after watching tonight's debate,
the debate. Is there anything he hasn't already said about Biden, honestly?
Both of these men should be using performance-enhancing drugs. I'm sorry. Both. As much of it as they can get, as many times a day as their bodies will allow. If performance-enhancing drugs will improve their lucidity, their ability to solve problems, and in one of the candidates' cases, improve their truthfulness, morality, and malignant narcissism, then suppository away. Guess what, everybody? They should be taken. Whatever magical
Sarah
drug.
goes to the debate. Awful. Real bad. But I think slowly people are... I think the snap reaction was that it was really bad, but I think it's one of those things where in the moment you think it's bad, and then 24 hours later, you know, it's a speed bump. You know what I mean? I'm still, obviously, my opinion hasn't changed. For those of you who are worried, my opinion hasn't changed. I think Biden should definitely be replaced, and I think he's way too old, and yeah, he's awful. But that being said, I do think that there was enough. Let me put it that way. There was enough to, isn't it too late to replace him? I think that I saw a tweet. They have until like August 7th or something, to basically replace him and still be on like the Ohio ballot or something like that. Or maybe that's the date of the convention or something. I don't know. How was Trump's performance? I mean, also not great, but my pure takeaway, my summary takeaway from the debate: Trump is cogent but idiotic and just lies and like says shit that is just not even true. Biden knows his shit and doesn't lie, but he's senile as hell. So like everything comes out garbled and he just looks old. So yeah, so basically 2016 Trump, 2016 Trump, 2020 Trump, it's all the same Trump. And Biden is like the opposite, basically. But you can't be the opposite of someone who is cogent and lies, because then that just means you're telling the truth, but you're garbling it up. And that's not good either. So
Their brains into gear, because this ain't Olympic swimming. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he solved the Middle East, but he was doping, so it doesn't count. There's going to be an asterisk next to his presidency. And by the way, if those drugs don't exist, if there aren't actually performance-enhancing drugs for these candidates, I could sure use some recreational ones right now, because this cannot be real life. It just can't. We're America. God.
Anyways, yeah. So, what I want to find before I end up the stream here, what is the Hassan Sports doping? Hassanabi Sports. What's Hassan's take on? I won't be able to find the clip, but basically Hassan had this clip, and he brings it up every now and then, where he basically says that like the world would be better, like sports would be more interesting if people just if athletes were allowed to use like maximum doping and like maximum performance enhancing drugs, because then it's like a competition for like the battle of like the most, like, you know what I mean? Because you have to also, there's a science to it, right? You can't just take all of the doping drugs. You have to get the right cocktail that doesn't kill you, but that gives you maximum performance. Like, yeah, like sports would be more fun if everyone was doping. So that's like the Hassan take on sports. I think that's the take on like presidential campaigns too. I think the same thing should apply. where it's like, it shouldn't be like, oh, he was doping, it's not fair. It's like, no, I want to see like a roided out Trump and a roided out Biden just like going at it. No, but in all seriousness, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's I showed this earlier, but like there was the tweet from Joe Biden where he was joking about using performance enhancing drugs, and he was like making a joke about it. And then it's like, bro, you can't joke about this before the debate. This is the kind of joke you make after the debate. You don't do it before the debate, because when it's before the debate and then you look like a fossil on live camera, on live TV, it doesn't work. This joke didn't land because it didn't even... Anyways, Euphoria Acoustic, I don't know if I would even say he knows his stuff. He took the slam dunk abortion question and talked about immigration that was painful and a really bad look. Well, but that's what I'm saying. He fumbled that. Like, on abortion, he knows his stuff. And on the other stuff that he talked about, I talked about this earlier in the stream. You can check the VOD if you want. But, like, he has policy points that he talks about in the debates. And they're good policy points. And they make sense. And he knows what he's talking about. And he pulls out figures and he pulls things out. And it's like... That's like what you would expect from a presidential debate, regardless of who's in it, right? Obama, Romney, Obama, McCain, like all of these debates where you have like actual like intellectual conversations about policy. And Biden has that. I mean, there are times where he does have that. The problem, I think, is that Trump is literally just a like, I don't even know what you call it, but like you drop him into a debate and he just like makes the whole thing fucking chaos. So how do you do an Obama Romney style debate? How do you do an Obama McCain style debate when pathological liar? I mean, yeah, I guess that's it. But it's not just that. It's like, it's his whole affect. Like, how do you come into a debate like that and hold your ground as far as like doing, you know, a typical presidential debate performance when you just have a guy that's like not even addressing your points? He's just saying like, he's the worst. And it's like, what do you do there? I don't even know like how you like, I don't know. Again, like I didn't take debate in high school or anything like that, but like if I was in a debate like that, it's, you know what it is? It's the, what is it? Gish Gallop. You guys know this, right? Where Gish Gallop is where you, wait, this is so funny. Wait, what is this? Did they add this? Wait, what? The Gish Gallop or the Narc Gallop is a rhetorical technique in which a person, usually someone with narcissistic personality disorder, what the hell? Anyways, in a debate, attempts to overwhelm their opponent by providing an excessive number of arguments with no regard for the accuracy or strength of those arguments. And then the point is that the person refuting it is going to have to like go through and, you know, the technique wastes an opponent's time and may cast doubt on the opponent's debating ability for an audience unfamiliar with the technique, especially if no independent fact-checking is involved or if the audience has limited knowledge of the topics. This is exactly what Trump does. This is exactly what he does. So the problem is that, you know... Wait, what is this? British journalist? Generally, it's more difficult to use a Gish Gallop in a structured debate than a free-form one. If a debater is familiar with an opponent who is known to use the Gish Gallop, the technique may be countered by preempting and refuting the opponent's commonly used arguments before the opponent has an opportunity to launch into a Gish Gallop. British journalist Mehdi Hassan suggests using these 3 steps to beat the Gish Gallop. 1. Because there are too many falsehoods to address, it is wise to choose one as an example. Choose the weakest, dumbest, most ludicrous argument that your opponent has presented and tear this argument to shreds, also known as the weak point rebuttal. Do not budge from the issue. Don't move on until you have decisively destroyed the nonsense and clearly made your point. Call it out. Name the strategy. This is a strategy called the Gish Gallop. Do not be fooled by the flow of nonsense you have just heard. I mean, this is like getting in the weeds. I don't know. This is obviously these first 2 points are good. Just like incessantly hammering home how dumb Trump is. But this one, I don't know. Because this one just gets weird. Because then you're like teaching people how to... I don't know. But anyways, I'll probably try and watch some of Biden's clips. I'll be honest, he was mumbling so much I had a hard time comprehending him. Oh yeah, wait. So that's another thing I wanted to show you guys. One of the things that... Here. So everyone was saying... right after the debate started, basically like 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in, there were tweets that were saying, like, reports are saying, like, Democratic sources are saying President Biden has a cold. It's like, okay, that's real convenient, obviously. And his voice did sound pretty bad, like he had a cold or a sore throat or something. But then Edgar Mentum tweeted this out. This is from 2021, apparently. He doesn't have a cold. This is what he sounds like when he has a cold. If he had a cold, he would sound better. And listen to this. This is going to blow your mind. And I said, if Biden had this voice tonight, 90% of the jokes about him being old would have never been made in the first place. Instead, we got the death rattle version. Listen to this.
Funding the government isn't a great achievement. It's a bare minimum of what we need to get done. But in these times, a bipartisan cooperation is worth recognition. So I want to thank Senators Schumer and McConnell and Speaker Pelosi for getting this done. Funding the government isn't a great achievement.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, this is real. This is real. This is unedited from Aaron Rupert, December 3rd, 2021.
I urge Congress to use the time this bill provides to work toward a bipartisan agreement on a full-year funding bill that makes the needed investments in our economy and our people, from public health to education to national security. Now, for today's news. Every year, December brings the joys of the holiday season and gives us an opportunity.
Anyway, so there's that, and then look at the clip. Where's the clip?
So I've changed the law.
This is him today. This is him today. Okay, listen to this.
What I've done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going
okay, so there's that, and then there's this.
Funding the government isn't a great achievement. It's a bare minimum of what we need to get done. But in these times,
like, if this was him tonight, he would have won. I stand by that. I really stand by that. I'm now sad that no one did the worm. Doesn't matter how stupid your shit is if your opponent has a 5-minute brain delay. Well, there's that too, yeah. I mean, yeah, Biden... I just want to be clear here. The Gish Gallop thing, Biden is not capable of doing any of this. I feel like he kind of tried step one, but he did not, like, he doesn't have the wherewithal to, because also, I mean, Trump's whole thing is like he'll just say shit and be like in a way where you feel like you have to address it. Because if you don't, then it's like, why did he dodge the question? He didn't want to answer that. And it's like, you know, you can never win that. But I do think that, you know, there was some, I don't know. I don't, it was just a bit of a mess overall. And obviously he's way too old to, you know, debate properly anyways. So give that man all the colds. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened tonight, but yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I think I'll probably wrap it up there, and we'll do a little raid-a-rooney. Who do you guys want to raid? Anyone want to redeem a raid redemption? Guide the raid? Let's see, who's live right now? Cinemarxism. Let's do Brett. Let's do a Brett raid. Rogan deserves love. Rogan's doing doing reacts with raffle ticket. I'm gonna do Brett because he's still doing the debate stuff or what is he? Oh no, he's been live for like 5.5 hours. Okay, he's doing other stuff. Good, because I've been doing a bunch of debate coverage. I'm gonna raid Brett, so let's do it. Make sure to say mega raid and all that stuff. Get a raid copy pasta going in the chat. And yeah, I will see you guys on Monday if I don't do a secret stream before then. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the secret streams. Might do one, might not, who knows. That's why they're secret. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the flip side and do the mega raid thing in Brett's chat. All right, peace guys, have a good night. Bye.